So you were showing us the Joker trailer.
Yeah. What you saw it? You saw it.
I've seen the trailer. I don't see the added value.
Oh, okay. You don't fuck with it.
I don't see what.
What?
Why? It's just like make a TV show. Get over it, you people. It's like he's gonna do every single superhero. It's like come on.
Of course they're gonna do every single superhero. That's what they
I mean,
do.
like,
That's
I
their shit.
applaud the business.
That's their shit.
You know we need to talk about.
What?
We need to talk about Disney Plus at a certain point. But we'll get into that later.
Ooh, yeah, we need to talk about that.
What about Disney
We
Plus?
will get to it probably with one of these topics. With the Travis topic.
New stream. You heard about it? You know what it is? You as a businessman should be the number one. I thought you would bring it up.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You're not. You don't. What do you even do with your life?
We'll get to it.
What do you even do? What have you been doing? How do you not know?
You're talking about the Netflix competitor Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or anything? Okay, yeah. Okay. Cool. I heard about it, but I mean that's it.
It's boring,
I
man.
thought what do you want to talk about?
All right, let me introduce this shit. We are the
Yeah.
Three Angry Men. My name is Jeffrey,
Oliver.
Danke.
and today we're going to talk about some shit.
All right. So what's the first thing you want to discuss, Jeff? What's
Dave
let's
Chappelle.
start with your bullshit and let's get that out of the way.
My bullshit.
How about we do it like this?
Wow.
For once? No, hold on. I'm gonna bring a different. I'm gonna bring a different
see,
format in.
This is the first. No, this is the
Bring a
first.
different format in.
This is the first.
How about
time-
we do this?
Hold up.
We start with his shit.
Hold up.
And get that out of the way as fast as possible.
fuck
And then we
up.
can get into the real thing.
Hold the fuck up. This first time we really do some pre-production. We discuss what we're going to talk about.
This is
We
the
have
first
a whole.
time we actually.
We do a
This
whole.
is the first
list.
time you did your job. Is what you mean?
Oh,
This is the first time you actually
my
did
job.
something
My
you're
job is to do
supposed to
fucking
do.
everything.
You're
Okay.
supposed to
The
do.
first time we have a whole
Like
list.
he did some
Look
shit
at
he
this
was
list
supposed to
here.
do.
Look at this.
Didn't
Look
do
at this
nothing,
list
doing
here.
nothing.
Look at this list here.
He ain't doing
You
nothing.
see what the first topic is?
Listen,
It's not a whatever you want to talk about.
Of course. This doesn't work. Listen.
All right.
Let me tell you a story,
do your
man.
thing. Do your thing.
So I come home from work. I think it was Thursday. I come home from work, chilling, having dinner. But since I live with this fool, life is never what it seems. So I'm having dinner, chilling. All of a sudden, he goes sit behind the TV, puts on a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, "What the fuck?"
I like to watch documentaries.
Shut up.
Documentaries are interesting.
Shut up, bro. I said, listen.
I like to be cultured. This was not a cultured
Disgusting.
documentary.
This man is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Come on,
This is a disgusting man.
You're pushing it, man.
This is a disgusting man I live with. But listen, okay, so he puts up a documentary. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Uh-huh.
He said, "Yeah, it's new Travis Scott to make a documentary. I'm gonna watch it." I'm like, "What the fuck are you watching that for?" So yeah, it might be interesting. All right, this is the problem with society today. Is people
The
like
problem. I'm the problem
you.
with society.
Exactly. I exaggerate.
How?
Dramatic effect.
How?
But
Okay.
the point I'm trying to make
Go ahead.
is I tell him, "Look, Jeff, the documentary is gonna be trash. What are you talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
What were your arguments? 'Cause I don't even remember.
I wanted to give it a try because I thought it was an interesting idea.
What interesting idea.
Man,
Okay,
this
listen.
is- let me just hold on. Let me just wait. You're gonna enjoy this. Watch. this is some bullshit. I'm telling you right now.
Please.
I thought it was an
classic
like
Jeff.
giving artists. The Netflix is looking for more content, right?
Yeah.
I think giving artists like this,
What?
like some kind of documentary or some kind of show, something like this would be interesting. And there is like easy money, basically. It's easy content. What the fuck you
Bullshit.
think? I think
Bullshit.
it could be
You
interesting.
talk to the manager, Netflix manager.
No,
You
I
have a
thought it could
music
be
in-
interesting.
Okay, so listen. Why would you make a documentary about Travis Scott? What's the point?
I don't know.
Who is he that? What? When did we go from we make music documentaries about icons?
But he's dating Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, that's what I
Let me
said as well.
Well, we're gonna get into that. When did we go from you make music documentaries about icons,
wasn't
legends,
even
or
in the
people with a particular a unique story
Yeah.
to just let's pick a random
random-
number,
yeah.
number 5,
Yeah.
and make a documentary about him? Because I do not see how he is in any way particularly unique
Mm-hmm.
He isn't,
in the hip hop industry.
but he isn't.
But
But
he's dating Kylie Jenner.
Listen,
he isn't unique, and that's what made this so interesting for me to see.
Listen.
Like, how would they flip it?
listen, and your argument would make sense
Mm-hmm.
if the documentary
about their life.
was done in that way. They
Yeah.
didn't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
She
Which
wasn't
I
present.
knew they weren't gonna do.
She
I knew they
wasn't
weren't
there.
gonna
She
do.
wasn't there.
She was there.
was there, but she was just there.
Yeah,
She didn't say anything. She was
bro.
just in the
There
background.
was nothing to this documentary. There was not. There was
My
no
theory
structure.
is, okay, I haven't watched.
Oh, now
it.
you want to complain about it. You wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I wanted to
I
watch
told
it.
you it was gonna be bullshit.
Yeah, but even
You
if
could see
if
it was gonna be bullshit.
even if it was bullshit, I wanted to see what kind of bullshit it was.
I think it's this type of dude.
Yo.
You know what the
Okay,
problem
my
is.
theory is.
It's
my
because
theory is,
people
right?
like you watch this shit with that mentality that they make it. You get it, right? You understand that.
Yeah, but it's the first one of its kind. I know now the next one I'm not gonna watch.
Man, shut up. It's not the first one.
First one
What are you
of its kind.
talking about? It's not
First
the
one by Netflix.
No, it's not. You go on YouTube, you just type in Travis Scott documentary, and you have some like compilation video that a 14-year-old put together. That's what this was.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong.
That's what this was.
I cannot disagree
Just
with him
from
on
random footage on the internet.
Oh,
That's
for
what
real?
this was.
I really cannot disagree with him on this.
That's
Oh,
what this was.
okay.
So you've seen it.
I would love to
You've
disagree
seen
with
it.
him on this.
This shit was trash.
It was trash.
And I knew it was trash.
Yeah.
Because
So
what is
after-
your story?
But after
that-
10 minutes, right? Why did you continue?
I went to the bathroom.
He's a liar.
How long did this documentary take?
As long.
Yeah, it's long. Yeah.
It is long. What was it, like almost 2 hours?
What?
1 hour and 30 minutes at least.
Jeez, it felt much longer.
1 hour 30.
It felt much longer.
I'm saying
What
like
is
the
there to
reason
say-
the reason why they did this, I think it's what's the mom called?
Oh, we went through that theory as
The
well.
mom?
Yeah, that's my theory.
The
Like
godmother.
yeah.
Oh.
They're trying to clean
The one you said.
they're trying to clean Travis Scott his image up a little
Yeah.
bit because they're
Yeah.
yeah.
because he's coming into the family.
Yep,
and-
exactly that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah,
Why
yeah.
did they? Let's work with this. Why did they do that? Why do you go and get someone who you have to clean up, and then why don't you just go date some dude that where you have the image you want in the first place and just
But
be done with it?
you had Scott Dickens, whatever his name is.
None of
he was
them stay
cleaned up.
around.
He was clean.
You said it. You
He
said it
was
yourself when we
clean.
were watching it. All the smart people don't stay around.
Listen,
Lamar
you don't
Lamar
start with
left. Lamar
me.
left.
He died. Is what happened.
What?
He didn't leave by himself.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's messed up.
They killed him.
No, that's
They killed him.
that's messed up.
That's what happened.
Oh,
Just
that's
call
messed
it what
up.
it is. He left.
Oh fuck, that's
He
messed
didn't
up.
leave nowhere.
Nah.
They killed him.
No, but if you look at, for example,
what they
let's see,
did.
let's see.
Yo.
This Scott was talking about, right?
Yeah.
He was clean. He was, yeah, I don't know, like the perfect gentleman, or he looked like the perfect gentleman. Like he came from money. That's what he looked like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You feel me? And that was clean. He didn't need a fix
Right.
or anything.
So why did they do that with the other dudes?
Because look at his state now. He's hanging out with these rappers. He's doing coke. He's doing this.
That's
he's
what-
dating an 18-year-old girl. You know,
Like he's out.
That
what do you mean? You went from
oh shit
from wearing khakis and blouses and shit
to wearing
to wearing Jeezys and
fully
these,
kith.
yeah, this whole thing. You feel me? So we went from bad to worse.
They did
worse.
that. They
What?
did that.
That's what they do.
They did that. Also
That's what they
again.
do.
How much money you want to bet his next album will be trash?
Well,
How
Travis,
Much money you want to put on it?
but he
I
was
said-
dating Kylie when he
Mm.
dropped the last.
I don't know
album,
about
right?
that though. I don't
No,
know.
What do you mean?
with all the
I feel like
What's your
I feel
thing?
like
with all the shots they had of him doing songs for that album, she was not anywhere near.
Mm.
So it could be that they just did all the
Mhm.
recording away from her,
Mm-hmm.
but I think like all of her, this happened before.
no, but I think
They-
you see the damage.
We
is
call it
gradual.
damage. Okay, cool.
It,
yeah.
it takes time to really develop and settle.
Yeah.
This man is
If you look
digging.
at-
You're
if you-
digging deep with this theory.
If you look at
He's not.
Lamar was fine at first. He was doing okay. It takes
Weren't
time
they all? What?
to build that. Exactly. It takes time to build that shit up. Look at what they did to Ye. Now he's.
Yo,
I don't know what. I don't even know what happened to him. I don't know what he's doing anymore. But it takes time. Like
yes,
his
church
first album-
Sundays. What is
Yeah,
what's
it's
this?
Sunday service,
It's
yeah.
awful.
Sunday service.
It's
Yeah.
nonsense. It's
now we're
complete
here
bullshit.
anyways. We could talk about this new project that Kim Kardashian put on Twitter.
Oh, you were really
No,
want to do
no,
it?
because you're trying to segue away from the Travis
No,
Scott.
no,
thing that was trash.
We're still here. We're
that
still
you
here.
wanted to watch.
We're
The
still
point I
here.
was making, the point I'm trying to make is I don't see why would you just make a documentary about a random artist? Pick an artist that where it makes sense, where there's a particular angle, there's a story, or it's just their legacy
So,
because
what
they're
was the angle?
solidified.
What
There
do you
was
think?
none.
There was no angle. There was no angle.
What was the purpose?
There was no purpose.
There was none. This is what
There
I'm
was
trying
no
to explain
purpose,
to you.
no angle,
No.
no.
It was just a random
So how do you
selection
make a
of clips.
documentary about?
You don't make a
without-
documentary. You make a compilation.
Compilation.
So this
not,
is literally a compilation.
yeah,
of
there were
all
no
the-
interviews.
No.
There were no interviews where they asked people. They didn't interview his mom or his dad. They didn't even do
But
that.
they interviewed
They-
this kid, right? I saw the trailer.
They interviewed fans at shows.
No, they didn't interview fans. They put interviews of fans in the video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you watch it, you can tell
Oh, you
that
mean
it's
like
not.
if
If you watch it, you can tell it's not designed. It's not
Yeah,
organized.
no.
What they did is they followed him on a store and they filmed him with a camera, which is what they do with all artists.
Like,
And then they just put a lot of that footage together.
he
That's
likes
it.
to shit on it, but there were a few shots in there that glimpsed at something that could have been interesting.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Like what?
Like,
listen.
There was some shots about him organizing the team for the shows and all this. He has a roller coaster on his show and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And then they're figuring out how to work together. And he's basically telling them how to work that stuff. And there's some shots of him recording with a few of the younger kids, Don Tolliver and Shaq West. Just how he manages them and how he helps them make music and that kind of stuff. And how he does his own production in
He
whatever
got sued
place they
for
are.
the roller coaster thing on stage. By the way, just saying.
Did he
What?
get sued?
He got sued for the roller coaster, the idea of the roller coaster on
Oh, yeah,
stage.
because somebody else said it was
exactly.
their idea.
Yeah.
He supposedly stole it.
Yeah. But I think eventually the case got thrown out.
Yeah,
But
something like that. But yeah, there were a few glimpses that could have led to something if those were expanded and were their own documentary. Like if there was a whole documentary about the recording of Astroworld or
Mhm.
of him helping these newer artists or something like that, or just about the shows themselves. But
Mhm.
this was like a weird match of certain eras in his life
Mhm.
and certain topics were blended together in weird ways. So yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Mhm.
Compilation of random YouTube videos.
It's really like you said it
Annoying.
also when we're watching.
Mhm.
You notice that most of those things were also shot on the phone. So random shit,
You're charging like phones and shit.
random shit.
Which they try to sell that as an aesthetic,
Yeah.
but it's just laziness.
Yeah,
It's not a document. I've seen enough documentaries to know this is not a documentary.
at some
They
point,
didn't-
I also got fed up with the filters they used, the '90s filters. Those
Now he wants to
Um,
get fed, now he wants to get fed up
yeah.
with things. It was his
That
idea to
just-
watch it. It was his shit.
Yeah,
It's his. They made it for him. He's the demographic.
but I
This
I
is
didn't
who
fuck
they
with it.
expect
I didn't
to
fuck
watch
with it.
to watch this. Talk about your bullshit, man. That's the one I really want to
What-
talk about. Talk about your whole theory as to why you thought this was gonna have an added value. Your whole bullshit about they needed content, that this could be a
Yeah,
new
they
form
just
of
need-
content for
This
music
is the Disney
artists.
Plus
And
thing.
no, it's,
I
the
think
whole-
it's related.
let
to
me
it.
let me do it for him.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What he was saying
He's going
was
to he's going to twist and turn it, put some
what
extra
he was
sauce
saying.
in
Here's
it,
what I
some
had to-
habanero
here's-
peppers,
here's what
some
I had to-
extra cheese and shit. He's gonna make a whole fucking meal out of it. It's like a normal time.
No, it's like
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Well, listen, he was comparing it to Beyonce shit.
Nah, I was not comparing it.
Homecoming.
I said.
You a lie.
I said.
You a lie.
I
you
said-
are a liar.
I said.
liar.
Let me
liar.
let me
You-
finish
This
this.
is disgusting.
let me finish this. This
Beyonce's
I said this was.
Homecoming.
I
He
said this was
comparing
in
it to
line.
Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
This
Translate.
this is
What does that mean?
this is a
Okay.
lower level.
What is it?
Like
This is a lower level of that.
I hate
line.
to disagree with you, Jeff, but
In
like
line.
in line
What does
with
that mean?
Fuck y'all.
you feel
man.
me? No,
What does
but
that
I mean,
mean?
Fuck
like,
y'all. Continue your bullshit.
no,
Continue. Continue. Continue your
So
bullshit.
listen.
yeah.
Continue your
So he
bullshit.
started talking to me. He said, no, but this could be like, I thought they would, because they need more content, right?
Mhm.
Disney Plus is coming. Apple might be doing some shit.
Mhm.
Amazon is moving. You got all sorts of shit going on. So they need new shit they need to move along. All right, I see you. So he's saying, well, what they could have done is the Beyonce thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where,
That
they
was
have,
what I was
shut
hoping.
up, shut up,
That's
shut up,
what-
shut up,
what I
shut
was
up,
hoping.
shut up, shut up, shut your mouth. Stop talking.
Fuck you, man.
What they do.
Fuck you.
He was saying they do like, they do the
Yeah.
Beyonce thing where they start recording live performances and put that out because that was unique. I tell him, Jeff, it's called a live album. It's existed for like decades. People have done it before. It's not new. It's a format.
Yeah.
Right. So first of all, that's what you have with these dudes, right? They want to. It's innovative. It's new. It's like no, it's not. It's been around. And second of all, you could tell that this is not that. You could easily tell that this was not going to be that.
I was
And
hoping
he-
there was some
and-
glimpse of that.
and you drop it out of nowhere. You can't drop something like that out of nowhere. It takes
No.
massive amounts of
Yeah,
planning,
that's true.
coordination. I was trying to
No,
tell
no.
them you can't do that with every artist.
I agree.
It's very hard. You saw the Homecoming thing.
No, I haven't watched it.
You
but
haven't watched Homecoming?
You should
I
watch
haven't
Homecoming.
watched Homecoming.
You should watch Homecoming.
You understand?
I watched the trailer.
You
But
can't-
continue.
You can't put that shit together out of nowhere. So, no, I don't expect that from Travis Scott. I don't think he can, unless we were aware.
No, but
unless
wait.
unless it was
I think the point Oliver is making.
announced.
Travis Scott is not Beyonce.
Oh
Okay.
no no no
Oh,
no
well,
no
that's
no
the
no
clear
no,
point
no,
that I'm
no.
trying to
Yeah,
make.
It was
okay,
it was not.
And that's
it was
why I was
not,
saying, he's Beyonce had one. I was like,
It
what
was
the
not
fuck
about
are you
comparing
talking about?
Travis Scott to Beyonce. I was
Uh-huh.
hoping that they would just start filming. Like I was hoping
Yeah.
Netflix would just start filming
Filming
concerts and just putting
live
it out
album,
as
live
as a
album.
thing.
live album. It's
Because
called a live album.
they-
He
that's-
wanted Netflix to start releasing live albums. It's called a live album.
yeah, no, but that's fine. Call it
I
that.
can't stand
But-
these people.
What I was hoping is that
Yeah.
Netflix, if it would
Yeah.
seem smart to me, they need content.
Yeah.
They already have stand up some live performances.
Yeah.
This is pretty in line with that.
Mhm.
If they keep, this could have been their niche. They
Yeah.
could have kept moving on that, still
Yeah.
do the TV and
Mhm.
movie stuff, but maybe you have a steady stream of concert shows and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff out. That could be interesting, but
Mhm.
they didn't.
because
they're
it's,
pr-
because it's
They clearly don't go for that.
so. And what I'm trying to explain, the argument I was trying to make is that's very, very, very difficult to do on a consistent basis. Very difficult to put together.
I understand that. Yeah.
You're talking, I mean, just the coordination alone, from even just a legal aspect. Because you see, when they do the whole problem, right, is that because there's more and more streaming platforms, the fight over leasing content,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
is more fierce than ever. So
Mhm.
every platform,
Keep it
the
talking to Mike.
main goal for any streaming platform is original content.
Yeah.
Because then it's yours, you control it. You're not dependent of leasing other people's content. That's what Netflix problem is now with Disney Plus. They have all this Marvel shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All of that is gone.
They're in trouble, right? But no one can take away the Dave Chappelle stand up that they just put away
Mhm.
because it's theirs. However, if you're gonna do live album, well, who owns the music? Another company owns the music, Jeff. It's not Netflix.
Yeah,
that
but
owns
they
the music.
could work
So they
together with
have
those
to-
companies.
That you have to lease the rights to the music from another company, but then there's other streaming. It's not original. You can't make it.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
If you
Like
if they-
it
if
is
they
to
would
a
work
degree,
with the
but it's a
labels-
lot more difficult.
if they work with the labels, they could.
Hulu can also work. Amazon can also work with the labels.
Yeah, they all could.
And then you're talking about then you come into contact with parent companies. They come into into
Yeah.
consideration. So you have different
I agree
streaming
with that.
platforms belong to different media parent companies.
Mhm.
It
right?
wouldn't surprise me if
So
Disney
if you have
owns one of those.
Disney has also Disney has music studios. I forget how the whole media
It's,
landscape. I forget how it was
it's,
put together.
it's weird.
But it's not. It's a few couple companies running everything. Right?
Mhm.
That's what it comes down to. Disney has several music labels. So now, if you want to do a documentary like this, or a live album with a Disney artist, now all of a sudden you have this. You come into the same
Then you get in the same problem.
thing
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Plus, that's just the legal part. Then you have the coordination of it. You're doing a tour, so you have to perform for people. But you also see Coachella was different because it wasn't.
That was a single show.
It wasn't a tour.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
two
single
shows,
show that
actually.
she had to set up one
Yeah.
performance,
Mhm.
right? So she could plan everything, just knowing when the date was, knowing where it was going to be, knowing
Mhm.
what the location was going to be, so you can plan for the specific location.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? Put the whole thing together and make sure that everything else is built around it.
Mhm.
So if you watch it, it really is like a movie. Like
It's made for it.
very well
Yeah.
coordinated. It's not like a
Okay.
random, shots of a show. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very well coordinated
Yeah.
where people had to stand, and when people stand here, then the camera's here and takes that angle. To do that is very, 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 very difficult, very costly if you're going to do that. I mean, what you could do? You could do it at Coachella. How many people perform at Coachella? So now you'd have to
Yeah.
find a way to do it somewhere in their tour.
You
That's complicated.
you could do
If
like
you want to do a
if-
separate,
if you could do it for cheap, you could maybe just put a camera on and film the performances and just put that out. It's not great. It's
Trash.
not the best thing ever, but you have content.
you know what they could have done?
What?
They should they have a better shot doing something more like the BBC One live shows or the Tiny Desk shows or the color shows.
With Travis?
No, with on Netflix. You
Oh,
mean.
on
On
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay.
And
okay.
Netflix releases their own version of
Mm.
that, and then maybe make longer episodes out of it
with
But
interviews and that kind of stuff.
No,
and
maybe when they perform multiple songs.
Yeah.
Or maybe with some other content in the
That
middle
could
of
be
it.
interesting.
Something like that. But your live shit, performance recording shit, talking about, I don't know, man, it's expensive.
Netflix needs to do
expensive and-
something.
it's expensive and
this
difficult.
this whole Disney Plus talk.
Okay,
Netflix needs to do something because they are losing shit. As soon as Disney
you
Plus
work, you work in this business, right?
You sure?
So explain this.
Which part?
The thing about the Netflix and the Disney Plus thing.
So Disney Plus, at least in the Netherlands, is coming out in the Netherlands in a couple
Netherlands,
couple
the
months. I
Netherlands
think
is
it
one
was
of the first countries to get it.
Yeah, I think it was
Mhm.
in
November, I think.
November.
Yeah.
That
I
is
don't know
correct,
if they
yeah.
released
November
it in-
9th, I
What
think.
about the States? Do we know what the
Yeah,
dates for the
together.
States are?
No, it's the same time.
Netherlands, States, and
Same,
France.
huh?
I think.
Yeah,
Same time.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, the whole streaming world is in a frenzy
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because of the release of Disney Plus.
It's going to be the cheapest
it-
streaming service, I think.
Yeah,
It's a little cheaper than, but it's
It's
still
like 1 euro
it
cheaper than the
is
cheapest.
the-
2 euros, 8 euros or something. It's like
Uh,
8 euros.
No,
I
it's
think.
six, seven.
$6.99.
How much is Netflix?
Seven.
Netflix is about $7.99.
You start at $7.99. That's the cheapest
or-
one.
Oh,
That's
I
the
thought
cheapest one.
So
I
this
thought I
one,
paid 10, but okay.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
up.
yeah.
You know what you could do? You could look it up. You could look up what
Nigga,
some
I
of the
just wanna talk.
packages are and the shit
Shut
that they
the
have to
fuck
do. You could like be useful for once.
I am
For the
useful
love
talking
of
to you.
Christ. You don't
Continue
have the
talking.
excuse anymore. In the other studio, we didn't have Wi-Fi. We're at home now, idiot.
Nigga, I'm
Dude,
talking.
I swear to God. It's like, I don't know. I think maybe it was. I don't know. How would I?
Talk, nigga.
How would I know that?
Figure
I
it
can't.
out.
How would I figure that out?
Shit.
It's like, oh, maybe a computer in front of you.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
yeah.
Okay, so they're coming out very cheap, but the
Yeah.
big thing that I find very interesting is that, for as far as I'm aware, I'm going to use my words carefully, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty certain this is the first time a major online streaming platform is being released by an organization that already has a massive, just
Huge library.
library of content
Mhm.
already.
Huge.
Yeah.
No one started like
and
that.
Okay.
it's one
Netflix
of the,
didn't start like that, right? They
Yeah.
were leasing.
Yeah.
Amazon didn't start like that. They did start with their own. I think when they were releasing Amazon a streaming platform, they started with a set of original shows right away.
Yeah,
They did do that,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it was like 5 shows.
yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about Walt Disney,
But this is
Mickey
also
Mouse, and all
a
the shit.
library
It's all
of
there.
this is a library of shows people
We're
want to
talking
watch.
like
People want to watch
exactly
this shit.
like iconic shit.
Yeah.
just
all
all
the
theirs.
animated movies,
So-
all that shit.
I mean, and it's funny how I was looking at it, and I like the way they set it up. This is good right there. Keep that there. This reminds you, in case you forgot, because I kind of forgot what they own. So you have
it's
Disney,
wild.
right? So they divided into 5 categories.
They have
Okay.
a few more, I think.
They got more, but the 5 key categories is this: Disney,
Yeah.
right, which is just like
Your Mickey Mouse and shit.
Mickey Mouse, all that. Oh, Lion King.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
fucking
Everything.
every fucking princess you've ever seen in anything ever.
Yeah,
Then you have Pixar.
Mm-hmm.
So like any animated movie you've ever watched anywhere. Pretty much.
Toy Story.
We're talking
yeah, yeah.
Toy Story.
we're talking-
Didn't they have
Was it Finding Nemo in there? as
Finding
well?
Nemo.
Nemo?
Also, all the other everything that's not Disney is Pixar in the animated sphere. Almost.
Okay.
You have a few that are Warner
Pixar.
Bros. But
Pixar has like almost all.
yeah,
And
Pixar.
they dominate the animated
Yeah.
film.
Okay, that's
that's
awesome. Okay,
Then
that's
you get Marvel. Every
We all
superhero
know
movie
Marvel.
you've
fucking
watched.
Yeah.
grossing $1 billion.
Then Star
last one.
Wars, if that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
so,
one.
So Star
I
Wars
forgot
has
that was there.
has his own
Star Wars.
section. What?
Star Wars. Star
Star
Wars
Wars
is,
is its own franchise.
is his own entity. It's Lucasfilms. They
Because
own
they,
Lucasfilm.
they bought it.
They bought it. I know.
Because Lucas.
I know they bought it. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
National Geographic. I swear to God, I didn't even know that was theirs. I didn't know
Also,
that.
they own ESPN and other few sport channels, but those are not in here now.
Okay, so walk me through their plan.
They're just gonna put this shit out, and you will want to buy
honestly,
it.
if I'm going to be very honest with you, from everything I've read, their plan seems to be something along the lines of, bitch,
Yeah,
and that was it. That's
yeah.
the plan.
This is
That's the plan.
That's it.
It's just like,
here. You have it, bitch.
deal with it.
Yeah.
That's the statistics said that in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
about 30% of the viewing public has already decided that they're going to get it. I think
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah.
Already.
Okay,
like
but maybe-
they're just waiting to buy it. Not
Yeah.
like they've
Maybe
already.
it's not my scene, but okay. So there's a vast majority
Yeah.
that watches movies and not only superhero movies,
Mhm.
but movies about like everything
Mhm.
from horrors to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking at
Yeah.
what they're offering, it's not that.
Yeah, but they have those two.
They have those two.
It's just
Like
whenever
what?
it depends on whenever they're in the mood for it.
Yeah.
They've been producing films
I feel you.
decades since the
Those are
beginning.
also under the
It's
Disney
just-
umbrella. There are also
That's right.
other kind of stuff.
Yeah, you have I forget what the name of it is. Because you have these studios under their studio,
Yeah.
and they produce films as well. It's just that it's
Click
like
on Disney.
it's like it's not
Yeah.
it's not
You cannot
necessarily
click on anything. There's a pre-show
it's not
website.
necessarily it's not he could look stuff like this up, but he's lazy. But it's not necessarily branded,
Mhm.
right? But it's just like the same way that Warner Brothers will release a movie and it
I
gets
feel you.
nominated at the Oscars. They have Oscar nominated movies, just movies as well.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. It's pretty every year. There's a couple. Why did they have an interview with Jeff Goldblum? See,
It's a show of
see,
it.
they can do.
It's a
this.
show. The world according to Jeff Goldblum is going to be a show on Disney Plus.
Oh, they're already coming with the new shit
Yeah,
just
look,
for the platform.
This
too.
is all the new shit they have. They have The Mandalorian, The
Mhm.
Lady and the Vagabond,
Mhm.
Noelle, Lady and the Vagabond and Noelle are Disney shows. They have High School Musical, the musical,
Oh yeah,
the series.
that was also theirs. Forgot about that one.
yeah,
High School Music. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
That was
This one
also
is
theirs.
this one is a weird
I
one.
wonder if they tested for that.
What they
They had to have tested for that. What is your theory? What do you think?
What?
They had to have done some sort of tests for that, like
What people
surveys.
wanted to
Oh, whether
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
would stick or not.
Because my money says no one wants to watch this, but that's my knowledge. But I think they've talked to some people that I don't
There's
know.
there are enough people like
Yeah.
you go to Disney.
Who the fuck is watching
High
that?
School
go to
Musical. High School
Disney.
Musical is a whole fucking cult.
Yeah.
Still?
Really? Yeah, it is.
No,
It is. It
It's
is.
still a cult.
All right, man.
People with nostalgia and kids nowadays.
The thing about this is, the school where they filmed the High School Musical supposedly, never did the High School musical. So they're going to have kids from that fake school do the High School musical.
I don't
Okay.
understand. Walk me through that again. No, I really.
I think
didn't.
I get it.
No,
I think I
I
get
That
really
is the
didn't.
whole thing.
No,
I get it.
no, seriously, I didn't get it. What do you mean?
The school where they filmed High School Musical.
The original,
Yeah.
the movie.
In this fictive world, that school is a real school.
Okay, got it.
And that school never did their own showing of the High School Musical. So the story is the kids from that real school, supposedly, are going to do their own version of the High School musical.
You follow? You get it?
That's
And-
impressive.
And
That's
that the story is about that. The story is
That's-
about
That's
the kids from
see.
that
This is
school
what you
going
get when
through
you
that.
start fucking with Disney, because that's no, 'cause that's actually I might even watch. That's smart.
That it's wild.
That's really
I'm
smart.
definitely not
No,
watching
but
it,
that's
but okay.
what are you talking about? That's a very interesting take. That's
yeah,
a very.
but I'm not
if you
watching
were
it.
gonna ask me how can you make this interesting, I wouldn't be able to think of anything.
This is
But they really, because what you're saying is then, it's so in the show, right? It's
Mhm.
not about what they're saying is, it's the High School Musical, where the show was originally filmed, the movie was really filmed,
Yeah.
is an actual school,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And they're gonna act like the students from that school that were there when it was being filmed, or maybe after it was just filmed,
Yeah.
and they're inspired by this musical being filmed in their school that goes on to become a hit.
Yeah.
So then now they want to make their own version of it.
And through making their own version, they come into drama,
And
relationships, all that
perform
kind
it
of,
at school, right?
they're going to perform it at that school.
As students of the school.
Yeah.
But like as the actual students of the school.
Yes.
Because the other ones were actors who were just filming.
Yes.
That's pretty intelligent. You gotta be
That's wild.
that's really good. That
That's
is
wild.
impressive.
That's
I'm
why
gonna watch it.
this is one of the
I'm
first
I am.
shows they're
I'm gonna
putting
watch
out.
I'm gonna watch an episode. I'm gonna see what it is. How much was it?
What?
How much was the
The production, you mean what?
No, the subscription. I'm gonna get
Oh.
$6.99. I'm also thinking of getting it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
nah.
can get it. We can get it. Don't worry about that. Don't listen.
And Mike is getting it. He says I can watch
wanna
on his
get it.
account. I think I'm getting it
But
for
why?
myself
Like,
anyways.
I get
We
why
can
you would
split,
get
We
it.
can split. We can
No,
split
no,
it.
Jeff,
We can split.
I get why you get it because there's Marvel on there. You
Yeah.
feel me? And I don't think you watch Geographic. Oh, what
No,
National?
no, I don't-
yeah,
I don't-
Yeah,
not that
yes,
much.
I do.
Not
I do
that
watch National Geographic.
No, I'm
Thank
not talking
very
about you.
much.
I'm talking about him.
I don't watch it that much.
Yeah, he doesn't watch it.
No, he's not educated.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know
Star
how I
Wars,
fucking do
maybe
these guys.
something he
Oh,
would
that's
watch
for
as
sure
well.
for him.
Yeah, you feel me? So I get why you would watch it.
Yeah.
What's your reason?
I wanna understand. I wanna see it.
Because Marvel isn't your
no.
cup of tea.
I want. It's more to me. It's about the business. I'm very interested in the business of it. This is
Yeah.
for the film industry, film, television,
yeah.
media industry is a huge it's a huge undertaking. It's a
huge
huge
thing, you
change.
mean, yeah.
I want to be able to say that I saw what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can give a proper critique.
Okay, I feel what you mean.
Because it's. I'm not mad at it, honestly. I think it's a very interesting concept to have, the studios have their own streaming platform. First of all, in general, I think the streaming industry needs more competition. That's why I think Videoland,
Yeah.
which you have in the Netherlands, is actually also a very great concept because it's for the Netherlands, streaming platform for the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And I actually think it would be cool to see that more. See, like France have their own streaming platform.
Okay, but
The only thing I'm worried about is that we're getting
okay, but
back
if
to
you
his
look at
thing
if,
over there.
no, but
Huh?
if you look at that, right?
I'm only worried that we're
Mhm.
getting so much streaming services that you need to have a streaming service for everything to be watching whatever you want to watch.
Okay, but
Because everything is now
okay.
split all over the place.
But just think about
but
it, Jeff.
what you normally could watch in Comedy Central in one place,
Mm-hmm.
which you had to pay a whole package for, but you could see in Comedy Central everywhere.
Well,
Now you need at least 2 or 3 streaming services to get
Yeah.
that. So that
I think
that is
because
not
you-
that nice. Yeah.
indeed, it's a good thing that there's competition.
Yeah.
Because that's good for consumers. But what you just said, it's a good thing that there's Videoland.
Yeah,
Because
I think the
it's a good
concept of
concept.
streaming. I think streaming platforms for specific.
But haven't
countries,
we
I
seen
think
that?
is really,
haven't
really
we
good.
seen that with the social media sites? Isn't that the same dynamic?
Which other machine?
What do you
social
mean?
media
So
site?
you had what was it? What was
You
it?
had Hives
Hives,
and-
for
I
example,
see what you
and you
mean.
have Facebook. You
I
feel
see
me?
what you mean.
The
Very
same.
good argument.
We had our
very good argument.
very own local
Right.
social media site in Almere for you in Almere at that time.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
local social media, and that's a very good. That's actually a very interesting take. So local social media didn't work out, and
Mhm.
why? Because the internet's not local. So if the Netherlands had its own Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
people in the Netherlands can also just go use the actual Facebook.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
it's from a country that has more people, more
Mhm.
funds, it expands bigger, so forth, so forth. Streaming is different because streaming you're working with licensing and broadcasting
yeah.
rights,
Yeah.
which are governed on national levels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as simple.
Okay, but if you think about it,
for example, Netflix still isn't available in every country in the world.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they're getting close.
They're getting very close.
But
yeah.
Facebook isn't either.
Facebook, you can access.
It's
You can.
one country who's for as far as two. North Korea also,
North Korea as well. Yeah.
and then who's left?
China is not.
For
fucking with
example,
it.
Right?
For
Who have,
example,
like,
Russia.
explicitly
Russia.
blocked it. Who have
Russia.
explicitly blocked it?
Russia has.
Did they
Russia
block
has
it? Did they explicitly block it?
They,
I don't
they
know
don't
if
block
they-
it, but Russians like to use their own version. They have their own version
They have
of
their own version of Facebook.
and they prefer to use
It's
that
a
one.
it's
So
literally
this is government
It's a
control.
copy.
It's a
They don't
literally
prefer
a
to use it.
concept
Putin prefers to
copy
use it and
of-
makes them use it. That's what it is.
of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the licensing changes a lot.
Mhm.
yeah, but
Yeah.
with how do I explain it? It's like with take Videoland for example,
Mm-hmm.
right? You with that, right? With a platform like that, you can create shows tailored specifically to the Dutch audience,
I feel you.
right? Now, what you could say is, okay, well, Netflix has a headquarters in the Netherlands as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have Dutch Netflix, just like you have
Yeah.
French Netflix, just
Exactly.
Like you have, okay. So they create content produced specifically for the Dutch public. as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Problem there is, however,
Mm-hmm.
is that doesn't work as well. It's very difficult to do properly. Can you think of one Dutch show
Mm-hmm.
that's a Netflix original that was successful here on a massive scale? Because the Netflix shows that
No.
are successful here
Was there?
are just the American ones. They
Mhm.
tried to make one and it didn't work.
Like which one
And
was
it's
it?
a brilliant example. Bodyguard. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best example
Okay.
of why this is difficult. They made I think it was the first Dutch. No, that was not Bodyguard. What was it? No, that's the different one. What is it called? It was to do with
Which one?
with a drug. It was about the drug epidemic in Limburg. What the fuck was that shit called?
Was that on
Why did I think
Netflix?
Bodyguard? Yes,
Okay.
it was a Dutch show, and people were hyped about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But here's the problem.
Heroin.
Is that what it was called? No.
No, this is a documentary.
No.
Dope.
No, Jeff.
dope.
Jeff. How about you type in Dutch?
Oh shit.
What the fuck was you typing?
Dutch Netflix show, but then in Dutch. How about you? I can't wait to touch. What do we have him for?
Undercover, you mean?
There we go. Okay, undercover. Let me tell you. It didn't work out. You know what the problem was?
What was the problem?
People couldn't understand what they were saying
What do you mean?
because they mixed different
This one, yeah.
accents of Dutch
Together.
together.
It was Belgian.
It was Belgian, so you
yeah.
had Flemish, but then you
Yeah.
had also the Limburg accent, which is not the same as Flemish. Then you had regular Dutch. Then some motherfuckers were even speaking German. No one understood it.
Yeah.
If you watch it with subtitles, it's still confusing, and it didn't click.
Okay.
But you see, if you were Dutch, if you were a Dutch company, you would know that. You would have seen that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. So they didn't.
Okay, so
Wasn't
I
this-
get that argument.
You see?
But listen, if you have what Netflix does, and it does it on a bigger scale, is, for example, buy already successful concepts and buys the rights for and puts them on Netflix side.
Leases the rights. You license. You don't
Yeah,
own.
exactly. But it would be more successful. For example, Black Earth Rises is a BBC show. If they took that and put it on Netflix.
Black who?
Black Earth Rises. It's a
Yeah.
TV
Okay,
show.
okay.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with a couple of other Swedish like TV shows and movies and put them on Netflix. So if you do that on a larger scale, you have content that is already pre-approved by the audience and put that on Netflix, cater towards that group. You feel me?
Yeah, but this is what they've been doing. But the problem is that you don't own it. So people can also just say, okay, we're not listening to you anymore now.
Yeah.
Because Disney's paying us this much. And that's what your
Oh,
problem is.
you mean okay? I feel you.
Original content
Yeah.
is the future because it's just too difficult to compete with people over licensing rights,
Yeah.
especially when you're competing with people who
That's-
now. Because that's also another thing. Because the whole thing in film was that production, distribution, exhibition had to be separated.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how people used to own monopolies. So you used to have it that a company like Disney would also own the movie theater
Mhm.
company where you go and watch movies. And
Yeah.
with that, they can just decide for themselves which movies are going to be shown. And if they then own all the movie theaters
Mm-hmm.
and they're also making the movies, well, no one can compete. Because if an independent person wants to make a movie, they just say, well, we're not going to show it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
But now we have the digital version of the same thing. You see what I'm saying? You have
Mhm.
the digital version of the same thing. They produce, distribute, and exhibit themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So they can just control everything that
Well,
happens.
for example,
And that's why Disney can fuck them
you
over like
have-
that. Because they can say it's
Yeah.
our movie.
mm-hmm.
So you don't get to show it anymore. No one
Yeah.
does. We're just going to show it in our place. And if people want to watch it, they have to come here. And if they don't, they're too bad. You see what I'm saying? Like and so that's why you need, if you want to compete,
Yeah.
you need to have your own content. If you really want to compete in the streaming platform industry, you're gonna have to need your own content. And to do that on a local level,
so you guys think, right?
possible, but
So you guys think that people that are currently using Netflix
Yeah.
are going to stop with quit their subscription?
a good
and-
percentage.
Not
move to-
immediately.
A good percentage. The numbers have already been done. A good percentage.
Yeah.
is
because
gonna
guys
quit
like
already.
Jeff,
I don't
guys like
think
Jeff
immediately.
would.
I don't think immediately.
I get that.
I think people that have Netflix accounts for themselves alone,
Mm-hmm.
they would. I don't think people who share their accounts will cancel them that quickly, but less people will use it, and at some point, those people
Mhm.
will also close out their accounts. But people who only use to use Netflix to watch Marvel movies or something like that, those people would move, and that's a significant group already.
But isn't it? Shouldn't you look at this the same way as you look at the social media landscape?
At some point,
If you have Facebook,
yeah, but
that's the giant, right?
But you need to understand, at some point,
Mhm.
you have too much social media. You cannot
Yeah,
be,
exactly. So
you cannot
the-
be
the-
checking
the-
Twitter, Facebook,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Instagram,
Like social
Tumblr.
media is also social.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the key element there, right? Is that if you have a Dutch Facebook and you have a Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
right? If enough Dutch people go to just Facebook, well, then
You're
the
done.
Dutch one loses.
Yeah.
However, it's because the Dutch people are going to want to talk to the Dutch people, right? So you just need to get enough of them over. However, it's not the same thing with streaming because it's not social necessarily. Right?
But
It's
what I
social
do,
to a much
what I
lesser
what I
degree.
did
It's-
notice,
it's-
what I have noticed is though that, as you mentioned, if you go to different countries, you have different Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel
that's
me?
what they did that very
And
well. They
if
have
they-
to do that.
If they focus, if they put a lot more effort in catering towards the specific markets, then they could win. If you get what I
But
mean.
Yeah, but
It's just-
that's
It's
so
difficult.
much effort.
It's difficult because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you can be look at the Netherlands. This is a,
Yeah.
this is a perfect
Yeah.
case study
Yeah.
because you have that situation here.
Mm-hmm.
People, even though a lot of people might not believe it, people prefer Videoland in here
Yeah.
than the Netflix.
Is that true?
Yes,
I understand
it's
it
the
as
bigger
well.
streaming platform here than Netflix
Explain
is.
it, please.
Because you
Because-
have it's just the focus.
Because how many
Someone can
how
a lot.
many
I can't give out numbers 'cause it's
movies or
illegal.
whatever. No. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about. But
I'm
how
on a
many
contract.
movies
I don't
or
want no promise.
how many movies, TV shows, content do they actually have on their on that site?
Thousands must be.
On where on Videoland?
Video on
A
there.
lot. But
Yeah.
the whole platform is carried by maybe 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Not more than 5.
People
It's like 5
people
shows
really
that carry
buy
the
that
whole
shit to
platform.
watch.
But does it
Those
overlap? Like,
two
is there
platforms.
content? Is there content that overlaps with what is provided on Netflix?
No.
No, not at all.
It's
There's no
content that you-
overlap at all.
The key.
Temptation Island,
Yeah.
Yeah.
X on the Beach,
Yeah.
which you could say, well, it's MTV. You have an American one. They're not watching the American one.
Okay.
They're watching.
They're
the Dutch.
watching this one
Yeah.
because that's the one that has Dutch people in it that
Mhm.
become Dutch celebrities that you can connect to that then make YouTube videos and vlogging that Dutch people follow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then, and that has a very specific subset of the Dutch culture in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The people that are in that
It's
in the X
it's
on the Beach.
very it's
those
very
people-
it's a very specific kind of
It's
it's
a
a
specific-
Gerso.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
type
I
of
feel you, I
Dutch,
feel you.
But you
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
if you're not Dutch, you wouldn't know what that is. You don't
Mhm.
get what you don't know what we're saying.
It's a direct lineage from Gerso to Temptation Island.
I feel you. Okay.
And then you have, then they did you have some like Mokro Mafia, which was a massive hit.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
That's very
I
specific.
remember. Yeah.
That was also a moment that
That's very
everybody got
specific.
around. Even people that normally don't even that I would never think would fuck with Videoland or something like that
Mhm.
started talking about Mokro Mafia because
Mhm.
they
Season
'Cause it
2
was that
coming.
good.
Season 2 coming.
So-
By the way. Season 2
Yeah.
coming. 2000. I'm doing promo.
Yeah.
2020.
You getting paid for this?
Nah, but we're gonna talk about it at work. No,
Okay.
no. Season 2
show,
coming.
show them the
2020.
clip. Show them the clip, then they will pay.
Yeah. Season 2 coming 2020. I'm watching. I'm there for
I haven't
it,
seen
so.
season 1, but everybody said it was
You
great.
still haven't watched it? I told you to watch like a million times. You see,
I didn't have Videoland until we got here.
your life is not interesting.
No, but the thing I see
Uh-huh.
happening with this is people will stop the individual contracts, but more sharing will happen. So they will have to address that at some point.
What
Like
sharing?
we talked about
Oh,
it.
with the
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Everybody,
yeah.
everybody will have one streaming service that they will share with like 4 or 5 people,
Yeah.
and they need to figure out what they do with that.
Mhm.
What I think is that I think you're more likely to have something of a type of I think the whole infrastructure around sharing streaming platforms and accounts will become more sophisticated because you already have platforms where you can do that. You can find other people, you can share your Netflix for their Hulu, and you can online, right?
Yeah.
And I think that whole thing is going to become a lot more sophisticated.
The only thing is that these companies themselves need to get into that and make sharing easier, or what Netflix is doing, cracking down on it a little bit. I see.
Cracking down is never the solution.
Netflix has been
since
yeah.
the time.
I think I
since
agree
the
with
beginning
I
of
agree with it
time,
as well.
they've
No.
tried with all sorts.
because it
cracking
wouldn't
down
work
never works.
because
They
the-
tried
I
cracking
think-
down on
no,
piracy, it
no,
didn't work.
cracking down
They tried
doesn't work.
cracking down on sharing, it's not going
This
to work.
is also a take I read online. People say that all these extra streaming services will make piracy even more lucrative. Like people will now go quicker to piracy than sharing or buying a streaming service because it's so much. Think about it: Hulu,
Mhm.
Amazon, Disney,
Yeah,
Netflix. You have HBO doing their
Yeah.
own. CBS, I thought, was
Yeah.
doing their own. Like this is already too much. People will want to watch everything or watch pieces
Mhm.
on different shit. They will go to
No, but-
whatever site and torrent it.
But you're saying so Oliver, so you're saying that
Not as soon as the
what?
media companies buy the internet, but that's a different.
Oh, you want to go
You
there?
conspiracy ass nigga.
It's not a conspiracy. It's called what's
Okay.
the net neutrality issue? Google it.
Anyways, anyways.
Conspiracy. It's
Yeah,
not a conspiracy.
no. They are really
What
trying.
were you saying? What are you
They're
saying?
trying to lock up.
What
the
is
internet, basically.
they're trying to end net neutrality?
Yeah, and
End net neutrality,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they're trying to end net
basically
neutrality.
already- It already happened, but
I thought
They
he
already
was
passed the laws
talking
for
about
it.
in America, at least, it already
Anyways,
happened. In
the
Europe, we're
media-
good.
It doesn't work like that. Jeff.
What?
Yeah,
It doesn't work like that.
yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work like that
Yeah.
because if it's on an American,
Let's be positive.
if it's
nigga.
on an American server,
I know this
you
shit is.
still have the problem.
I know
What are
this
you
shit is
talking
called 3 and remember. Let's be positive a little bit, man.
media-
What?
It's-
What's
it's-
wrong with
it's-
you
it's-
in positive? Like,
He's
what
a
is this
soft guy.
kumbaya
He's soft.
situation?
He's
What
soft.
were
He's
you-
soft. No, it's
I'm
the threat-
happy.
it's the
I'm
threat-
happy.
Be
it's the threat-
realistic, man.
I'm happy.
It's the threat on net. That's why I told you. You have 5 media companies, or 5 mega
Yeah.
conglomerates. Really, is
Yeah.
the word I should be using, right? Who own everything,
Yeah.
right? And they're trying to buy the
Nigga, put your
internet.
hand away. Put your hand away.
They're trying to buy the internet. They're trying to
Yeah.
make because they're also the people.
yeah.
See, they're also the people that give you internet. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it in a way that you have to pay for, higher speeds of internet depending on what site you're going to and so forth.
So
and so
if
forth.
they find out you're on torrent sites, they could cut that shit
They could
off,
just cut
or
the
make
shit
you
off.
pay more for that shit, or whatever they could do.
They could just select to
Yeah.
say these are the only websites that work for
Yeah.
now. They could do that shit.
There already plans are going out to make sure that Comcast, for instance, owns part in Hulu, I think, or one of the streaming sites. They are already thinking about making Hulu stream better if you have a Comcast subscription. So you go quicker to Hulu instead of all the others.
So think
And
about
then
like
Netflix will stream slower and all
so
that
think
kind of
about
stuff.
like to like just dumb it all the way down. Think about like here we have an internet provider called Ziggo, right?
Yeah.
You like say think like if Ziggo owned Videoland.
Mhm.
That's sort of what the situation you
Yeah.
have then.
I feel you.
So they can just say, okay, if you are on Ziggo and you try to go to Netflix, everything's gonna be very slow.
I feel
If
you.
you're on Ziggo and you try to go Freelance, it's all gonna go very fast.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
can just control that.
That's what is
As
happening in
opposed
America.
to saying it's just dependent on whatever data
Yeah.
bundle you have. And
Time
then
Warner
they'll
is
just do its thing.
also
They own it. They own it and they can control
Yeah.
that. They can just block
Mhm.
shit too. They'll probably
Okay,
will do that
to get
too.
back to Oliver's argument, right?
Yeah.
Like a little, you said a lot of people in Holland use Videoland, right? More than they use Netflix. Okay,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
a lot of them use it for Mokromafia, for example, right? Because I think there was a peak or a spike in
Very much of a spike, yes.
yeah, because of that TV show.
Mhm.
But isn't that the same thing with Power in America?
with Showtime and all those.
Exactly, because Showtime. What you notice? Well, give me a second.
He
No,
he
but
loves
give me a
Power.
second.
He loves Power. He loves. He
Give me a
loves Power.
second. Give me a second. Because-
The show is trash, but he loves it.
It's a good TV show, but okay, whatever.
He-
Anyways,
Sure.
the second the season start, Power season start, you see a peak in subscriptions of
Yeah.
Showtime. The second that season is done, the subscription, the number of subscriptions goes down as well.
Yeah.
That's
So
always
isn't
the
that
case.
the same thing with Videoland?
Of
so
course it is.
There's
Yeah,
there's
that's always
so
the
there's
case.
no in Netflix. It's kind of stagnant, right?
I would not know. Netflix doesn't have a show like that.
Everyone has inflow and outflow.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference in peaking because if you
Yeah.
see Netflix has
But it's
a
peaks, but
constant.
there's also a steady growth.
Yeah, there
Mhm.
is I don't know if Netflix is still growing like that.
Yeah.
It used to be growing
Yeah,
like crazy, but I mean, it's
but they don't-
stagnant at the moment. But
I'm just saying
if you have a steady income as Netflix, right? Because what you want as a business is steady income. You don't want peaks and all of a sudden all your revenue goes down the second one TV show it stops airing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So isn't that the same thing with Videoland? So there's no consistent stream of
There are.
rev-
There's a consistent.
like-
consistently growing. It's consistently growing.
Yeah.
Why? It's because whenever you release a show like that, you get an inflow of people. It's a promo for the platform, so you get an inflow of people, and then of course some people go away, but also people stay.
Yeah.
There's always a couple people who stay.
So you mean
and it's the same thing with any platform. Just Netflix has been around so long to where I think everybody knows about
but Netflix
it.
has a stronghold. If you Just look at the
I think-
content
I
they
think
have
that-
at the moment.
that-
Because at
what
the beginning,
what content did they have? Let's talk about that. What content did
Yeah,
they have?
that
What
is
content do they have?
that's what we got. That's why
Mhm.
we got in this conversation. They don't
Yeah.
have the content.
They don't have anything.
They don't have. They have a lot of shit there that you could watch that's fun and everything, but they
Mhm.
don't have anything that will attract you to the platform.
Mhm.
There's nothing that. There's no House of Cards, Orange is the New
Anymore.
There
Black.
used to be
Orange
House
is
of
not-
Cards.
There
yeah.
used to be.
Yeah.
What's the
But
one
there's
now?
nothing
I told
that-
them which one it is now. There's
What,
one.
what is it?
It's La Casa de Papel. That's the one.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's an
one.
original.
That's
yeah.
Okay,
Fact,
yeah.
That's there.
Yeah.
That's there. That's there.
That's one that's getting people in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
What else they
there's-
got right now?
There's not much.
What are people when people are talking about television?
Mm-hmm.
Which one they got?
Pull
See?
up the side, please.
You
Right.
got this. What did HBO just do? That everybody's talking about.
Oh, Chernobyl.
Chernobyl,
Okay.
right? You got Chernobyl. They had When They See Us for a minute.
Yeah, When
some
They
of
See
them
Us.
did that one.
It was here.
But
and
Right.
everything.
When They See Us was on Netflix, right?
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
saying.
You
This
just
is-
mentioned.
Yeah, no,
It
that's,
was
that was
a-
on HBO.
yeah.
And
let's
then you have
see the newer shows. These are the new things that are here.
garbage.
So you have Patriot Act.
Only garbage.
You
Only
have
things
Travis.
like who
I don't know what
is-
Styling in Hollywood is.
I don't either. But continue.
American Factory that's produced by the Obamas.
It's a film.
Huh?
oh
it's a
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's a film.
what they're working
We-
on, what Netflix is working on, is more like a partnership. For example,
Yeah,
the
they're
Obamas.
just giving money to people.
Partnership.
Yeah.
They have a partnership
Money.
now with the
Everybody
Obamas.
has partnerships with. It's called a deal. What do you?
Yeah.
Stop saucing it. They do that with everybody. This is how it
I know,
works.
I know,
They
I know, I know.
just Pay someone to make something.
They
Now
this
it's
is
a partnership.
Money Heist is the
That's La Casa de Papel.
La Ca-
They
La
they
Casa-
trans. I don't know why they do that. It's so annoying.
yeah.
What else? Continue.
The first season
Next one, next
was
one.
just
It's
called
so
like-
bad
like-
because everyone knows it. It's super bad branding
Yeah.
because everyone knows about as La Casa de Papel. So
Mhm.
everyone tells me you should watch that. You should watch that. I'm like I never see it on there.
Yeah.
And then one day someone told me that it's this.
Money is
What the fuck do you
Yeah.
give it another name for?
Yeah.
You,
The fuck is wrong with them?
Dark Crystal is one, but I
don't
read it
know.
got good reviews, but
Oh,
nobody.
but there's a new one, right? Isn't there? There's a new.
This is basically a YouTube series they made into a show. I've seen this. This 2 Chainz did something like this.
Yeah, expensive as shit.
Yeah, and they made that into a show apparently.
Okay.
Falling in Love. That's
Aw.
one.
That's a.
That's
That's a movie,
that
right? Yeah,
that
it's-
that
yeah.
is that is some. This is a movie that was made in 2 days. Like this is some typical
This guy.
Netflix shit. This
This
is some
guy.
shit someone wrote during his lunch break, and they were like, "All right, this weekend I'm free."
Look
Let's
at
go.
Watch it. You watched the trailer?
They just-
Look at
Yes,
this.
I did.
Look
Oh,
at
okay,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Look at it now.
It's like
I know.
it's,
I
it's
know.
like-
I know. I watched the
it's-
trailer. I
and that's
didn't-
my
yeah.
problem with them. They
Yeah.
are not. They're focusing on being. Their business model is we want to be the house room. Living room.
Yeah.
Background noise.
Yeah.
That's their actual goal.
Yeah.
They are not trying to create anything significant.
I know.
or that
I know.
creates-
I
That
know.
is stupid.
That's
And that's
HBO, but that's HBO.
No,
HBO
no,
makes
no.
Wait. Give me a
HBO
second.
That is
HBO does it.
YouTube. That is
no.
YouTube.
HBO makes. Wait. Give me a second. HBO
YouTube.
makes quality.
Hold on, let me talk. Let me talk.
HBO
I see what he
makes
said.
literally makes Game of Thrones. You feel me?
Yeah.
They put a lot of money and effort in creating this work of art called a TV show. You feel me?
Yeah.
What Netflix does, they, in your words, they make TV shows, movies, whatever, in 2 days and put them on the platform to keep the viewers, interested. You feel me?
And that is a business model that I don't think they can afford
You mean
'Cause
that
I-
can last?
for them.
No.
Mhm.
Because, like
They-
he said, that's YouTube.
YouTube. What
YouTube,
they are,
yeah.
they're trying to be YouTube, and YouTube is trying to be TV.
They're trying to be. I mean, I think they're trying to be maybe a middle ground between YouTube and proper quality television. But it's just
It's not
like
it's,
you watch this, you can just. It's not even like I'm trying to shit on it. It's like I think they just did this on purpose. I think they purposefully
Yeah.
made it very simple and boring.
Mhm.
But what they use just basic algorithms.
But you
to
know Hallmark,
calculate what
right?
people
You know
would wanna
Hallmark,
see.
right? They want that audience as well.
Who?
Hallmark.
I get what you're talking about. Come on, man. Don't bring
No, but you
Hallmark
have
into
these
this.
you have these
Don't bring
type of
Hallmark
TV
into
shows. No,
this.
Yeah,
seriously.
I know,
You have
no.
these type of movies, TV shows that fit in this genre. You feel me?
Yeah.
And this is exactly that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
falling in love. That's what it's called, right?
You're falling in.
Yeah. So
You know, it's why it's falling in.
I
As
know
in
it's an in. Yeah.
Because she gets.
Yeah. The Don't.
Stop it.
Don't.
Stop
We
it.
we
don't
get
need
it, man.
We don't need that. We
get
don't
it.
need.
We get it.
We don't need.
We get it.
We
We
don't
get
need
it.
That is disgusting.
No,
that
it's
is a
the
disgusting.
whole
thing.
problem for me
Whoever
with this.
thought of that title is a disgusting person. That is a
Well,
sick
The problem,
person who thought
the
of that
problem for
title.
me with this is being background noise is not a bad aspiration. The problem is nobody wants to click on background noise. Nobody is going to a platform specifically to click onto background noise.
Facto.
If you want background noise, you put it on the TV and that shit just runs.
You're not gonna beat. Well, I do YouTube, but you're not gonna beat YouTube when it comes to that. That's what
Yeah.
YouTube videos are.
YouTube,
That's what
you
YouTube
find
video
a,
are.
you find a
You know
podcast for
what-
an hour and
what's
you listen
even,
to
You
that.
know what's even better than that?
What?
Instagram.
Yeah,
That's IGTV. That's what that is.
Yeah,
This is not. This you better start making some shit that's good.
The
I just keep looking at him like,
I think the whole streaming,
or
I think the
or
whole
like,
streaming business, the whole idea of streaming, the whole idea of a streaming website doesn't fit background noise.
And I think we're gonna see a lot of
But there are.
variations of.
Wait. Give me a second. There are defenders, right? All these Marvel movies,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
not movies, but TV shows.
Yeah,
There are on Netflix. What is going to happen with those?
those are all gone.
Are they
Are you
gone
for-
already?
Yeah,
So
they
you-
are not. And no,
So
they're
you're
also
saying
not
Daredevil?
going. They're not going to Disney Plus, as far as I know, because they were specifically made for
Netflix.
Oh yeah, they
The
were
Netf-
made for
They're
Netflix.
Netflix
Yeah.
properties actually, but they were canceled because I think Disney and Marvel said you're not getting these characters anymore.
See, this is the shit. No, but this is the point I'm trying to make to you. Because you see, they don't.
Titans is gone.
Yes, all gone.
No, but Luke
No,
Cage is on there. Luke
Titans
Cage is on there.
is DC.
Luke Cage is still on there.
It's still on there. You can still watch it.
Oh,
but then
Titans is DC. Okay.
You don't get new series. You don't get new episodes.
You see, and this is what happens
Mm-hmm.
when you fuck with the king.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that. But no, but this is my point. This is what happens when they don't or just own. See, that's because that's the problem with Disney. It's not like they just own a show.
They
They own the intellectual property.
I
Like
know.
they own the concept of Luke Cage. So they just be like, you can't do no Luke Cage anymore. Sorry. Well, we bought the show. You bought the show, but you didn't buy the character.
They bought.
We lended you the
They
character.
specifically bought the 1 or 2 seasons they have.
That's what you bought. That's what you
They
get.
don't have anything else.
You didn't buy the character.
But when you think
see,
about this,
How can you
like,
beat someone? How
so-
can
so-
you
so-
beat someone that owns like a good percentage of Western culture when it comes to cinema? That's really what you're talking about. At that
This
point.
is exactly the problem Marvel and Disney have with Sony. Sony owns Spider-Man.
That was the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Sony says, we don't fuck with you guys anymore. We want more money.
Yeah.
And now Disney is like, fuck. Okay, then you guys need to go out of this universe and we do our own shit.
Exactly. Spider-Man is getting. They're trying to give
Yeah.
Spider-Man
But
a
it's the
boost.
same. It's the
I
same
would do
thing
that. I would
happening
do that. I
here.
would just have Spider-Man. Why did they even start doing Spider-Man movies if they know it's owned by another company?
Because they know fans would love it and they know it gets a lot of money.
Stupid.
So they did
Stupid.
a partnership together.
Nah,
and
that's dumb.
And that is
Spider-Man
dumb.
was always
That
in
is some
Justice League,
I
right?
really think comic book boys work at that company. I really think that.
Which
I really
company?
think
Disney?
it's comic book fans work at Marvel and they just come up
Oh,
with
yeah,
shit
yeah.
on
No.
a bit. Because that's dumb.
Yeah, and this
Please
is
tell
it.
me as a business, you're the business guy in our group. Please tell me that's dumb, right? That's dumb. That's just dumb. Because comic book fans love it. It's stupid. It's financially unintelligent.
Bro,
You could take that money and spend it on something that you could last a lot longer that you own. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. You know what's going to happen.
No.
If it's successful,
But
then
let me-
ask for more
yeah,
money.
yeah, but-
and then you over. You know it's not going to work. And that's why
but
he
let me-
wasn't in. That's why he wasn't in Avengers. Because
No.
because
He
was-
was.
he was.
he was
He
not
was
in
in
the
Avengers.
original one.
no, not
Yeah.
in the original.
Oh, okay,
In the
okay.
original,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. If they had the Spider-Man property
Well,
Yeah.
from the beginning,
someone told me that he's part of. I don't know shit.
He's
part of the Avengers, right? He's one of them.
yeah,
He's one of the
originally
Avengers,
he's
yeah.
supposed to be part.
See,
Yeah.
but he was not in the first. That's why.
Is
Because
it-
they couldn't
but
pay for
This
it.
is the same reason. This is the same reason why Wolverine and the X-Men are not in the Avengers as well. Because Wolverine and a few of them should have also been in the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
but they are owned by Fox. Now Disney bought them. Now they own the characters
So
again.
you're telling me,
But-
wait. The X-Men are what?
They're now Disney.
They're Disney.
Yeah.
Oh God.
They're back
Okay.
to Disney.
Okay.
So there are X-Men movies coming. But this is the same problem that's happening here. The not owning the rights to these things, and that's why they're making originals. They want to own everything. They want to own it from the ground up
ground up.
Mm.
and everything. So
Then
yeah,
you can do whatever you
but,
want.
But okay, but
you
listen,
see, you're
there
competing
is
with 50. How many years of history are you competing with when we talk about this?
hundreds. This is
Nah,
like
not hundreds.
no,
You
this
exaggerating.
about this about 100 years of comics almost.
That's true.
Okay, but listen, wait,
comics you are.
wait.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
to help
No,
Jeff
but
out,
other
to
stuff
help
as well.
Jeff out, right? From
Yeah.
a business perspective, right?
Help me out.
Yeah, because you were talking about Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was lent out to
That's
Marvel.
not my problem. That's Disney, Marvel's problem.
Yeah, but you're trying to,
I'm trying to
defend
explain
it.
it.
You were trying to
This
defend
is people. This is
You were
people.
trying
Go
to
ahead.
defend
Go
it.
ahead.
You're
I'm trying to
defend
explain it.
It's just people.
Nah, don't
Go
do
ahead.
that. Don't do this. It's not my people's.
It's the same.
This is not my
Cool.
people.
Well, listen, because Marvel has tried to introduce characters.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? For example, in Fantastic Four, right? You
Yeah.
have this Doomsday character, right?
Yeah.
That guy was Is that Marvel even? Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Is that Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
think
have no
No,
track.
yeah.
Don't ask.
I think
don't ever look at me with
DC
those
tried to
questions.
copy the Doomsday character.
They copy
But
each other
that
a
didn't
lot.
work.
Yeah.
That didn't work because like these
That
comics
never works.
No, it does. Sometimes it
It
does.
does.
Sometimes it does.
These
Aquaman and Namor are the same.
Yeah.
You have
Wait, Aquaman and who?
Namor.
There's this
But
dude.
wait,
yeah.
but where did Namor come from?
He's
Was he introduced in a movie? Or
he's
introduced
not
in a comic
introduced in
book?
A comic.
He's
comic.
not introduced in a movie yet. It was introduced in
he
a
was in
comic.
comics.
See, no, but that I understand.
Yeah.
You can copy them at the comic book level
Oh,
because
but
then
that's-
it's solid. See, it's like it's a
Oh,
religion.
you mean that?
It's a religion. That's what you have to. No.
No, he's
It's
right.
it's a
He's
religion.
right.
So if it's written,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then we can work with it because they have their own. Okay, but if you just now say, okay, we're gonna do the Avengers, right? And we're just gonna add this new character that is nowhere in any comic book. You have a serious problem. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. No one's gonna
people,
do that with
people
you.
also not fuck with you.
People will not.
people
They'll
will get
boycott the
pissed.
whole thing. No people outside picket fences and shit. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. There always
You
needs
see
to
what
be
happened
some
when they
kind
did
of
with
link.
when Ben Affleck was gonna play? They lost their shit completely.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
When Ben
Batman.
Affleck was gonna be Batman, they
Yeah.
lost their shit completely. They lost all their shits.
they wanted
All shits were lost.
Dark Knight?
They didn't keep a single
Yeah.
shit.
They wanted Christian Bale back.
I wouldn't want that too.
You can't pay Christian Bale to go do that type of bullshit.
Again.
That
Well,
is
I was
true.
trying to
That
explain
is
to
true.
them.
That is true.
I was
That
trying to
is true.
explain
That
them, but
is
like
true.
Christian Bale
That is
is
true.
about that life. He ain't gonna do that,
That
type
is
of
true.
nonsense.
Because
What are you
Martha-
talking about?
because
I would
you
have
said
been very
Martha.
disappointed. I would have been very disappointed because you see the Dark Knight shit was
Yeah.
different. It was unique. You had Christopher Nolan.
It was levels,
in his
man.
prime. It's a different take. Different shit. Different.
Yeah.
But this clown fest, this fucking circus shit that you were putting on with that Justice League nonsense.
But that didn't make sense. That
He
didn't
ain't
make
get
sense either.
Christian Bale
Yeah,
to
it didn't
go
make
waste
sense.
his time with that type of bull. Get the fuck out of here. Not Chris.
Ben got caught a check though, but
Chris got shit. Yeah. They cut checks for him.
he got money. Like
Ben ain't got no problem with checks. He ain't got no problem with checks.
I think his best movie. His last movie wasn't
Was
it
trash.
accounting? Was it accounting? The
No, it was
accountant.
the one they did here,
Which one?
which was trash. Frontier.
Oh, Frontier. It has a high rating on IMDb.
Pure trash.
It has a high rating on
It is
IMDb.
Pure garbage. I watched the whole
I
thing.
watched it. I also watched it. It wasn't. It
You
wasn't
see,
worth
but then
it.
I know you know it's trash because all
It
you said
wasn't
was
worth
it has a high rating on
Yeah.
IMDb. It has a high rating. You say it's good. Yo, man, listen. I just think it's interesting. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. I think we're gonna see. What I want to say is this: I think we're gonna see more variations on the streaming platform concept. Like you have another one. Oh, and I want to see if I can remember the name. I do. Google Hayu. It's a because what you're gonna see also now is not what we talked about. National oriented streaming platforms. I think you're also gonna see it on the basis of certain niches. So this Hayu is HAYU. That's what it's called, if I'm not correct. Attached to together, Jeff. Wow, this dude is. Wow, this dude. That's really good. If he was an intern,
Your favorite
Lord in heaven. Oh God, if he was an
This is
intern,
another one.
I would fire him so fast. No, I wouldn't fire. I keep threatening him with firing him. That's not funny.
Fuck you, man. Shut the fuck up.
Awful. You're really bad at this.
How am I supposed to know how it's written?
All right. Yeah. All right.
But where is this from? What is this?
It's the U.S. It's America, but it's a streaming platform for reality shows.
like that. Okay.
Streaming platforms now on the basis of certain niches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No,
they're getting
Not
more
excited. I am.
This is crazy. They're getting more specific.
Yes. That's why I tell you that is gonna trust me on this. That is the future. You're gonna have streaming platforms on the basis of
So how do
on
how
the
are you
basis
gonna
of
go to fix
different
it, though?
things, just like you have it always. You have channels, just like you with television. You have channels
Yeah.
that focus on Comedy Central, all comedy.
Yeah.
A comedy streaming platform will make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but
You see
just
what I'm
the
saying?
licensing.
And then you have on a national level.
They have
I'm
your
telling you, if the Netherlands has it,
They have
it
your
makes
shit.
all the sense to me that a
Look,
place like France would, for example, have it, or who else would make a lot of sense when it comes to the UK? Not as much, I think. But
Which one? What?
the UK not as much to have their own streaming platform. I don't think it makes as much sense.
No,
Well, actually, it does.
BBC
Why
has
not?
their own.
Actually, it does.
There's this
BBC.
TV show that
Actually, it
BBC
does.
should have.
What's
Exactly.
that? What's that
BBC and all
TV
that
show
shit, yeah.
called that Drake helped kickstart again?
Top Boy.
Yeah,
Top Boy, exactly. Yeah. So it
It's on
does make
Netflix.
sense.
Is that
No,
one
it
is
makes
good
sense.
for
You know, you're
Netflix.
right.
So it
I
doesn't
thought
make
about it a
sense.
little harder. It does. It does. Germany, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
Because
think
it's about
every-
certain
every-
countries. It depends on the culture. Certain countries have a very strong
Sweden
a
has
specific
media,
culture, you mean,
yeah, you know, visual media culture.
Yeah.
Some they just pretty much watch what's made elsewhere.
Yeah.
Not as much like in Latin America, what makes a lot of sense.
To
They
make
have
it
their
all-
own award
Ooh,
shows and everything.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
they might
yeah,
have
yeah,
they
yeah.
have it already. I swear to
Probably.
God, I think they have that already. I think someone at work was talking about that. They have something like that, like with all the telenovelas and all that. It's like they have something like that.
Probably Amazon Prime. What is this? Latin American stream.
Continue talking. I'll look.
But so I think that that's what makes sense to me. Now, if it's viable in a long term, that's the difficult conversation. But I think that that's definitely what people are
Mhm.
going to try and do. I think definitely more and more companies are going to try and do that, and then it's interesting to see if it'll work.
But don't you have that problem again? That okay with reality TV. I don't think a lot of streaming sites had that before. Hey You.
No, I don't think. Any
But you
streaming
have
site
comedy. You have comedy on Netflix, for example. Not really reality TV shows. So that's a niche, of course, that could be filled by Hey You. But are there other niches that are
But again, I mean, I see what you mean. Sports,
yes? Yeah.
but sports. I talked about that before. Sports is very difficult because sports. Then you're dealing with live content, so that's a whole other.
Not
problem.
only that, you also
So
have
They still need to figure out how to do a
They don't
streaming
And
have
how to do
service.
license
that
and
for
like-
live
Yeah.
content is
Yeah.
very difficult to figure
Yeah.
out. That's very difficult to figure out. How to I don't know how you.
If somebody figures that out, they will get very
they'll be
rich.
yeah. I don't
They'll
know
be
how
the
to do
biggest.
if you because you're saying I have a streaming platform for sports. I'm not talking about ESPN.
Mhm.
And they're on, I think you have the online shit where you can watch it. That's
Yeah, you
not,
have,
that's not
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
No,
about.
no,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about like if I want to just watch sports, any sport, like just, the genre should just be football, rugby,
And you can
tennis, badminton,
Mhm.
and I can just go click and I just get whatever
the
is
stream
going on.
like
and you,
literally at the
you see
same
what I'm
time.
saying?
you can go back into years and see
you
all
can go
kinds of
back
shit.
in years.
That is, if somebody can figure that out,
you know what I mean? Like
cool.
Mm-hmm.
If they figure
I
that
don't
out, they
know,
win.
but the difficult thing with sports is that it's a live oriented platform. Like, do people want to watch, the World Cup soccer match of last year or something like that? Or did people want it from 4 years ago? People want to watch that? No.
No. Some really diehard fans like to go back to it sometimes and watch the stuff that.
You mean it's not
Went
sustainable?
well.
That's basically
Yeah.
it's on the game day itself, and it's seasonal as well because like there's a season of for example of soccer, but after that season, a long ass time, I think a few months, nothing is done in soccer world, for example. But you have
This is a South
overlapping
American
areas, right?
streaming service.
What is this?
South American
Oh,
streaming
for
service.
Latin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you.
They started in Mexico. Where is
Mm-hmm.
it? I had they
They got the shit over there,
they
man.
rolled
They
out
got
in
all
17 countries, including Colombia, Argentina, Ecuador, Peru, and it's basically a Mexican. Nah,
because look at it like this.
Okay, type
So-
in
But-
that name versus Netflix, yeah? But yeah, continue. Sorry.
But listen, look at it like this. You have the same thing where you have with television, you have different countries have their own television, different niches have their own channels. It's the same thing. If you're it's about specialization. That's the
Mhm.
word I'm looking for. the competition lies in specialization, and that you don't have that problem with the social media. You made the comparison to social media. Social media was a new concept.
Mm-hmm.
Social media didn't exist before. It was a new concept, and you can't really specialize in any particular way with social media to a particular group of people. Not very much.
You have video. You have
On
pictures.
a national level.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're gonna make a Facebook for Dutch people, how would you specialize that in comparison to Facebook for American people? The concept is the same.
Okay.
See?
I feel you.
Whereas with film and television, you talk about storytelling, talking about visual storytelling. You have hundreds of years of history.
What?
Sorry to cut in.
Of specific preferences and shit.
For this South American streaming service, basically the same thing happened as with Disney. There was a South American producer of content who had stuff on Netflix. They said, fuck you, Netflix, and then made their own streaming service.
This is what you're going to have because they don't own it. So now, the only thing they have is the Latin American shows, what they do have that they made themselves.
Yeah.
But then now, you have to go spend money to make it. You have to produce it. You have to get the actors that are from there that you're now competing with because the company that's already there is also trying to hire them.
Yeah.
It is too difficult.
Yeah.
It is a very, very difficult thing to do. And when that's coming at you from various corners,
you can't do shit. It's the curse of being the first mover in this kind of industry.
I'm not
But
saying
they weren't the first movers.
They were one of the first streaming services.
Yeah, one of them. But it's not
but
the
because
first
of that,
mover,
they were the one
of their kind. They were the first.
They were one of the first, and they were
Of
the
their kind.
biggest.
Well, of their kind, they were the first. Who else was first? Of their kind.
Hulu was pretty quick.
Well, Hulu was after.
Yeah.
And Hulu is not the same to me
It's
as
not
Netflix.
so- yeah.
Netflix is very specific. Like I don't think
But they were so early with shit that everybody went to them to put their content. And now that they have time and the resources to make their own shit, they're pulling out. So Netflix was comfortable. They thought, oh, we're good. We have all this shit. We don't have to worry. We're the first one. We're the biggest one. Nobody will go anywhere else.
Okay, to be honest, I don't think they that stupid.
Who?
Netflix? It was.
I don't think
they were run as a startup.
Come on, I can.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't think they were that stupid?
Because, like, I can be an executive if that is their plan.
What plan? I don't see what you mean.
So, literally, all of their content is not okay. Not all of them, but I mean, a large part of their content is not original.
Yeah.
And you have these big companies like Disney. You have the telenovela streaming site. All of their content is original, but they don't have a streaming site. I would have foreseen that this could have happened. You feel me?
That's what they did.
So
that's why
I would take precautions to prevent that.
That's why they made Orange of the New Black.
You're not looking at the big picture. That's why they made their own original shows.
Yeah,
but that not quick enough.
They were ramping up.
No,
you feel me?
No. My argument is not, and this is where my argument comes from.
What?
Not good enough.
Yeah.
I firmly believe this. As any platform, whether a TV channel or streaming platform, if you have one or even two shows or shows in particular now that are key, that's all you need. That's it. It'll carry the whole thing. Then people will stay to watch the other stuff. But if you don't have anything like that, that's where you lose.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see with Disney Plus because, they have a long history. But can they have something like that, which you would need? You would need a TV show.
You mean, can they create
you need a key
better,
thing. If you think about you can we have posters of them at the office. You look at those. That's the key shit. That's the shit that's carrying the whole platform.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 things. That's it. What is it with Netflix really? If we're gonna be
Netflix
like super honest, I mean, I'm sure again they'll have their numbers.
There was House.
It's gone.
Cards. Yeah, I know, but there was House.
Orange is the New Black, gone.
It's all gone.
HBO had Game of Thrones. Then when Game of Thrones was about to end, they very tactfully replaced it with
Chernobyl?
No, with Westworld.
Westworld, okay.
Westworld was supposed to be a
People are
replacement
fucking
for
with
that. And
Westworld.
it's sci-fi fantasy. That's the they lie next to each other. So if you don't have the fantasy, you want to do a little different. You replace it with sci-fi.
What do you think about Westworld?
It's trash.
Okay.
It's pure trash. That was their problem.
Okay.
So now they went into the limited series thing, which they are kings at that form.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much
They hold out. And the next big thing they're going to try to do is do a remake of or a series about the Golden Compass. You know that movie, the old movie Golden Compass? They're taking the original books, and making that a full series.
Wasn't it? But isn't there a Netflix?
And wait, hold on. What genre is that?
That is fantasy again.
See?
No, but
It's
isn't there a
kind of a
Netflix
mix
TV show?
between sci-fi and
But
fantasy.
isn't there a
It's
Netflix
very-
TV show
but
that's
they're
going
going
to to drop that's about a witch, something about a
No,
witch?
there's,
No,
sure
there's
one.
They're gonna
guy.
drop a lot of shit.
You
They're
know
gonna
this
drop a lot of shit.
Superman.
Wait, let me look.
What?
Superman is playing this
Dean Cain.
yeah.
Which Superman? Superman. Which
DC
Superman? DC Superman.
DC Superman.
The one now in the movie.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Yeah. What about him?
he's in a. I think was it Netflix or HBO? I don't know, man. Like, I can't follow this shit.
Oh, The Witcher.
Yeah, The Witcher.
Oh,
Is that Netflix or what
that's
is that?
Netflix,
You
yeah.
see, Netflix. That's
But that's a,
highly anticipated.
Is that a movie?
No, that's a TV show. I think, but that's highly anticipated.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Just look at
Is
the
it
reactions.
based on a
right?
book?
Yeah, it's based, on a book.
a book.
It's
that
based
is-
on a book.
Is it based on a game that was based on a book that was based on Polish folklore.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the problem is. I think the problem is their business model. I don't think the problem. You can pick as many.
But
cool
this
shit-
one, okay,
you can
scroll,
pick
scroll,
as
a little-
many.
It's a
scroll
series.
down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit. Something about new Game of Thrones.
Listen,
No, I'm not saying I haven't
It's
watched
your-
it. I don't know
It's
shit.
your people.
But I'm just saying.
No,
all I'm
no,
saying is,
listen,
all I'm
no,
saying
but
is,
listen,
it's
here's
being
what I'm saying.
compared to.
I just, from what I look at,
Yeah,
what I've seen, when it comes to, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's still the case the quality wins. That's what I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the case that if you find people who are highly talented, highly dedicated,
Yeah.
with a unique voice, who really want to make
Mhm.
something specific,
Yeah.
that will catch people's. That's why when they see us, we're such a hit.
Yeah.
When they see us, it's not fantasy, it's not some spectacle thing, but it was a very, very well made show by
Mhm.
someone who was really took the time to develop it over time, do research, find the best actor she could find for it.
Netflix doesn't give people the time
She
for
did
that.
that.
Yeah.
That was not them. She did that.
And
They
they
gave
just-
her the money to do it, but
and
she
yeah.
did that. The other things are just shit that they just throw out. It's like, oh, you
Bro,
know how to use a camera. Go
Let
Go
me
make
let me
something.
put one on the screen.
You
that-
can tell. You
Okay,
can,
sure.
and people can tell. You can tell when something is not serious. When it's not really, you know what I mean? Like
you've
they've
probably
had
seen
plenty
this
of
one.
concepts. They've had plenty of concepts where I'm like,
Mhm.
you could have really made this something, but you know, it's like it's almost like purposely they choose not to. Do not invest the time, the money into
They
it.
just
Oh yeah, okay.
they just gave him money for this shit.
Okay.
It's this kind of shit that
Yeah.
they do. We're looking at Sextuplets by Marlon Wayne. This is the kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the kind of shit that they give money to, and then they tell him, yeah, we need a movie in like 2 months or so, or not 2 months, but real quick. And he gives them this kind of bullshit.
because it's about novelty. They want to have constantly
Yeah.
new things that they can show people. So people are like, oh, there's constantly new things coming.
Yeah.
I see what they're playing. I see what
Mhm.
what their angle is. But I would focus on like if I'm them, if I was there,
but
I would be like, yo,
Mhm.
how do I make like the next big thing that like anybody who has a TV is talking about? That's what
Mhm.
you want to do. Amazon has
But
it
it
even
takes a
right
lot
now
of
with
time,
the
I
with
guess.
the I haven't watched it yet, but that show The Boys. It's
I
called The
was
Boys.
watching it. It's pretty. Yeah,
the
you
boys.
saw it.
What was the
You-
boys?
Wait, let me.
It's just I haven't watched it yet. It's a very interesting concept about a world where superheroes
you
are
watched the
a-
scene and said it was trash.
are a business. It's probably because you were watching. it. I say
so-
everything you do
So
is
there's
trash.
this.
Jeff.
Wait. So there's this.
What are you
so
talking about?
So there's this group that kicks superheroes' asses.
No, there's a group of vigilantes that are trying to keep the superheroes in check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
they're it's a business and they're corrupt.
The superheroes are corrupt.
The business of them is they're a company. It's a company that owns the superheroes.
Oh.
it's a business.
Okay.
So yeah, the story is about a guy whose girlfriend gets killed by a speedster. That guy that runs through his girlfriend, literally through his girlfriend, and then that guy gets together with a whole group that is going to get payback on the superheroes, and especially that superhero company that is basically covering up all this kind of shit that's happening, and they're basically not good people. You would think superheroes are the greatest kind of people in
Mhm.
whole universe, in the whole kind of universe, but they are actually the worst.
So it's a TV show.
It's a limited series, like it's like 9 or 10 episodes. I
I heard
think.
they're doing more.
Yeah, there's a season 2 coming.
Oh,
And the shit
like
is
that. Okay.
The shit is pretty
massive.
good. I find it entertaining.
Have you seen the ratings?
No, I haven't seen the ratings.
The
So-
numbers, it's like on IMDb, it's like top 150 best TV shows ever already. Like it just came out.
Oh shit!
It's just massive. Shit is huge. It's just some shit someone came up with. I don't know if it's a book. Is it a book?
It's based on a comic book. It's a whole comic book.
Is it a graphic novel?
I think it's a graphic
It looked
novel.
like it would be a graphic
Yeah,
novel.
it's a
looks
graphic
like
novel. It used to be like the funny thing about this, and I know this because I looked into it. It used to be part of the DC universe,
Mhm.
but DC found this too dark,
Ah.
and DC is already dark. They found this too dark. They said, okay, we don't want this. They went to an independent comic book company, and they continued it as a graphic novel, probably, and now it's a TV show on Amazon.
Mm.
It's pretty
I think
interesting.
it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. On what I read about it, I think the concept.
Yeah,
What about the?
Like
oh,
that's what
haven't-
you want. You want
So
some
it
shit
hasn't
where
been released yet.
oh, it's
It's
been
released,
released.
released.
It's out. But I
Have you
haven't watched
watched
it. I haven't
Have
watched
you
it
watched
yet.
it?
I've watched. I only need to watch the last episode.
What are the the graphics? How are they?
I think it's pretty
Look at
good.
this. But look at this. Look at who the creators are. Look at their names. You have Evan Goldberg, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, yeah.
You see, this is how you make what you get people who know what they're doing. That still is. See, I told you, it's like top. See,
Yeah,
top rated television.
top rated. It's already getting awards.
Oh, okay.
Well, my thing is,
It's
just,
very. It's
and
interesting.
that they have to do something like this.
I
People
thought
are
it was
talking
low
about
budget
this.
at the beginning.
It's not low. It's not that low budget.
It's not low
They don't-
budget. It's
They
an
don't
aesthetic.
need to do. They don't need to do much.
Because
There's not much effects and everything. It's very minimal.
as
but
you said, aesthetics. But I mean, I looked at the trailer and I was like, okay, so what can I expect? Obviously, it's going to be dark because of the humor and shit, right? But I was like, is it really going to be that good? Because I like the idea that guys are going to get the superhero because it's an original idea.
Hmm.
But other than that, I saw the trailer and I was like, I'm a little skeptical.
I understand why.
But you've watched it, so
Yeah.
so
I thought.
Is
I
this-
haven't. I think
is
the
this
concept's great.
justified? 8.9.
I think it is, especially if you're used to all the other superhero movies and you're kind of done with the whole idea of that,
Yeah.
and especially if you don't fuck with
I've been
DC.
If you don't fuck with GC,
If you don't fuck with DC,
any of it, if you don't fuck with any,
yeah,
of
if you
it,
don't fuck with any of it, this is pretty interesting because this is basically a bunch of normal people
Yeah.
fucking up superheroes for justified reason. If you watch it,
for no reason.
justified.
Well, I also think it's a much more realistic take
Yeah,
on the concept of heroism in
Okay.
general and
Yeah.
morality because it takes it and says, okay, well, it's a company, they're a business,
Mm-hmm.
which would make a lot of if superheroes existed,
Mm-hmm.
that's I think how it would go. That sounds much more logical to me than something
Yeah.
like stupid as the Avengers. No offense,
no,
that's not realistic.
I'm more a DC.
What's
fan, so it doesn't
realistic is
matter
that
anymore.
Apple would buy Superman and
Yeah.
he would work for them. That makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense to me.
and
And that's kind of what this is.
the way they play it off, the way they do those
Makes a lot more
interactions of
sense.
the whole company interactions
Or
of,
X-Men. The concept of X-Men
Yeah.
would be
would
realistic.
be it would be a startup company doing its own stuff and all that kind of stuff.
A little bit.
But
No.
it would be realistic.
No,
though.
because what makes it realistic here is that they're assholes.
yeah,
Because they become famous and powerful and people worship them. So then it goes to their head and then they become assholes. They're not nice. They're not good people.
You should
Superheroes
give,
aren't
yeah,
good
but
people.
have you watched X-Men before?
Yes.
the older movies.
Yeah, all the movies, the recent one, for example.
The
Like,
recent one, no?
the second
Recent
they
one,
get
no.
out of line, like the second superheroes get out of line, people jump in. You feel me? Like the government jumps in and tells them.
But
like,
that's not
listen.
what happens in the Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, but that's Marvel. I mean,
Yeah,
but
X-Men is
X-Men is Marvel.
and I explained it just a few minutes ago. It's owned by Fox right now. It was owned by Fox.
But they sold it back, you
They
said.
sold it back, but the old movies are still the old movies.
But still,
Anyway, man,
recently,
so,
like there was a movie, X-Men movie, recently dropped,
Yeah, no,
like
that
a few
was-
months ago.
That was still when they were owned by Fox.
When was this?
I think it's, so I'm segueing. I'm done with Jeff and the superheroes.
All right,
The point I'm making is they need to make Netflix needs to make more quality content.
Netflix
They
needs to
make
get their
they need
shit
to make
together.
something that creates what do they call that? Talk. That's the
Oh,
word.
I choose
Water
to-
cooler talk. There we go.
Water cooler talk. Cultural buzz. Whatever you
I
want to call
choose
it.
to believe that they're not that stupid. Okay.
But what are you calling stupid? Because I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm just
No,
saying that
They're
you-
too slow with getting to the
Listen,
point.
no,
because what you're how
you could have
did-
foreseen this.
What could you have foreseen?
That people listen. So you're telling me
Yeah.
that a company like Netflix would
Who are they? Like, what is it like? You worship them? It's not Elon Musk who runs it.
no,
I
but
know what you're talking about. It's just
No.
a company with people.
okay, but listen, a company like Netflix would have a plan a few years ahead. You understand
Do you
what
know
you-
how it started?
What?
Do you know how it started?
Yeah, like Videoland.
Do you know how that start is?
What?
It's just a video store.
Yeah.
No, it started that like that, and then
And
they
then-
thought, you
and
know
then
what?
they
Let me
said-
put it on. Fuck it,
It
let
was
me
a-
put it
was a-
online.
It was a video store
Yeah.
who has the license rights to sell DVDs
Mhm.
too. That's how it works.
Yeah,
So then they said, okay, now the internet's here. Let's have
Exactly.
people order
yep,
DVDs on our website online.
Exactly.
We mail it to them. It's a lot faster. They
exactly.
don't have to come here. They
Probably.
rent it, and when they're done, they mail it back.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then they said, you know what? Actually, you can watch videos online. So
Yeah.
let's make a website where you. So
Yeah.
if you look at that trajectory doesn't necessarily put you in a position where you are foreseeing anything, where
Yes,
you're planning
you-
out to be, where you're planning
yeah,
out
yeah.
to create this.
But
No,
it,
doesn't.
it does
They-
though, because
No,
it does.
doesn't.
They
The
were-
Look
guy,
at-
no,
look
wait,
at-
hold on.
they
The
weren't-
guy
they
who
weren't-
House
said,
of Cards, because the reason they put out House of Cards is to prevent
by
this
that
type
time,
of,
but by that time they were already in business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about before you started anything, you've already thought about this. I don't think they did because
Not at all.
that's not how it started. It's not like Facebook where Mark Zuckerberg sat there and just calculated the whole thing out on one night.
So you think
when
they
he was
don't
born.
have consultants like that?
You're not listening to me. By the time they had consultants, there was already a site with movies on it. It was too. You were already
too
in
late.
business.
They already had the
That's
they were
by the
already
time- you see what I'm
licensing
saying?
from
But that's-
everybody. It was already too late.
That's when you start. That's when you were there. And now you're thinking like, oh well, one day, right? You know they're gonna make their own shit and take it back. Oh, okay, shit. Well, man, let's think of if we can make our own shows. Oh well, shit, that's expensive. Okay, well, shit, we have to wait till we have more money. And
But
then
they
did
have
that.
enough money to make several. Like
Now they do.
a plethora. of
Now
Now
movies.
now they do. And what are they doing?
No.
Garbage. You just saw it. What are you? Why are you looking at me?
But
So how is that my fault?
it's hard for me
They
to
have-
like. To be honest, it's hard for me to understand
So what should they do?
to believe
What should they do? What should
that
they do?
they're not. What
what's
should-
the
what should they
next
do?
plan?
what should Netflix do?
Yeah.
This is complicated, man. Like they put themselves in a very
Good. I see what you're saying, but this is this is the situation we're in. This is what they.
I
This is what they
understand,
have.
but I think they
And now they have
put
the
some
money.
feel safe somewhere.
There ain't no feel safe. Feel safe.
Like, come on, man. Like,
No,
like
no.
even an
They
idiot
don't feel
would
safe.
know that
Nah,
this
they don't
would-
have-
these type of things would happen because they see,
Of course.
they see, for example, Hey You arriving,
They knew
for
it,
example, right?
they-
They see this telenovela thing happening. Okay,
Why
so
did they not have their own original
Why-
reality
why-
show?
why do you-
Why did they not have their own original
maybe
reality
that
show?
maybe that
Why
didn't
is there
work.
not a Netflix original reality show that
There
everybody's
is,
talking
there is,
about?
there is.
That everybody's talking about.
Terrence House.
Terrace, they bought
That's
that.
not.
They bought that.
Don't do that. Don't insult Terrace House like that. Don't do that. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't do that. You stop that shit right there.
Oh,
nigga.
shit.
What is this nigga talking about?
Talk to him.
Don't do that.
What is that?
It's not theirs. Nah,
like
nah,
it's,
nah,
it's
don't do
completely
that.
not
Come on.
theirs because they bought it, right? They
No,
bought the
it's
rights.
not. It's not 100%
Wasn't it?
theirs. It's not 100% theirs.
No, I don't think it is. They
It's-
bought it. They
yeah.
bought the seasons that they that because if you look at it, you have the season, you have the original one, and you have theirs.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
separate, right? I think they
It's
split
a
it. even.
co-production.
It's
And
a
so they
co-production,
own
okay?
so they own the seasons that were theirs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the ones
No, they
originals
don't
not
even
theirs.
own that. They have worldwide streaming rights. In Japan, it's still a TV show that comes on a normal TV network and gets played on there.
They have exclusive streaming rights.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like The Handmaid's Tale on Videoland.
Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale shows Videoland. Yeah, Videoland shows The Handmaid's Tale, and Videoland is the only one who shows The Handmaid's Tale
Mm.
as a streaming platform.
Yeah.
But
But
don't have it on Netflix.
at the same time, it's a HBO show.
No,
It's an HBO show, right?
no, it's
or,
not HBO.
or Amazon.
Showtime, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's a TV show. It's a TV
and
show. It's on
a TV
television.
show. Yeah.
It's on television. It's
It's
I
a
think it was-
similar-
I want to guess. I think Showtime.
Yeah. So it's a similar thing to that. Like Netflix doesn't have any. They tried
How
reality stuff.
is there not? This is the. If you're Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about fail safes, things you need to do. Isn't this the most? This is the most obvious one.
If you want to become,
Make the reality show.
but if
that
you want to
everyone's
become
talking about.
background noise, you should. Reality shows is one of the first answers you need to get to. If you want to become background noise, but for some reason they didn't go there. They went for stuff
But there's
adjacent to reality shows.
there's a reason why they didn't go to reality TV shows.
And what was the reason?
I don't know.
You see?
No,
You see? And that's my problem. No. That's my problem with you. That's my problem with you. You just want to believe, they're smart. They probably know what they're doing.
on. Yeah, right?
Sometimes
Wait.
people are just incompetent, man.
I think
Companies fail.
Go and run the thing.
Companies
Then.
fail. Companies fail.
I
They
think-
get
I think-
outbested. Things get overseen. What are you talking about?
I think they thought about a reality show, but they didn't go for it because it didn't fit what they were at the time. At that time, they had House of Cards, they had Orange is the New Black.
Dude.
They were premium TV.
And then they lost that battle.
Yes.
Who's
So
premium
now
TV?
they're-
That's what I'm
HBO.
saying.
Now
And then they lost.
they are getting into the more less. That's why Hassan Minaj and that kind of people are there. It's not that that he's not premium TV, but it's more accessible. It's more easy to watch. Now they have Queer Eye. Now they are putting. You saw the shit I had on a little bit. It's all kind of
It's more
reality
background, simple,
Yeah.
easy. Also just did with the
They
movies.
just now pivoted. They wanted to. I think from the start.
That's what I'm saying.
wanted
They were
to-
going to be
They wanted to be
Netflix, is what I was
HBO.
telling Jeff. Netflix started out as the replacement. The conversation around Netflix was that was going to be the potential replacement of cinema,
Mhm.
Yeah.
of like the movie
Yeah,
theater
we
shit,
we
of like
talked about that.
Oscar.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what the
Mhm.
point was, because you rented movies. So first they had movies, and then they started making TV shows because that's more profitable. But then high quality, that was the start.
Yeah.
And then somewhere they lost a foothold on that because they don't have it right now with that. And now they're backpedaling to like, let's make easier, simpler content.
Now
And
they're
then
buying
maybe the reality of
Friends,
shit.
Fresh Prince for thousands of millions of dollars, and they're losing it immediately the next week or so.
But
Yeah.
wasn't that a good move?
Fresh Prince,
Fresh Prince?
they're losing it at the end of the year again.
It's not yours.
Oh,
It's not
like that.
yours.
Okay.
This
They
is
bought-
your key
They bought
problem.
Friends. They bought for about $1 billion or something. It's gone.
A streaming platform cannot survive on a licensing business model alone. It's impossible.
Mhm.
You
have
could
to
use that to
own-
move up.
You have to own.
No, I agree.
Your own
But-
original shit, or you
Yeah.
have to be. You have to be owned like the Latin American one you talked
Yeah.
about. The streaming platform is owned by the company that makes things, so it's still their own original content. So
Yeah.
you come back to the same.
Netflix is maybe too
Mhm.
independent.
thing.
If they would get bought by one of the companies, they would be good.
And that's the problem. Apple was talking about it.
But Apple could
Oh.
not. Apple could maybe.
But Apple has a.
It would have been the biggest tech
Isn't
buyout
Apple?
of all
Isn't
time.
Apple going to?
They're making their own shit now.
What do you mean making their own shit?
They're making their own streaming service.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're creating.
Yeah.
A Netflix.
Or they're gonna buy the original one, but they probably thought maybe
They're-
it's
they're
more
making-
profitable to make their own.
They're
So
making
because
their own shows now.
And you know what that means? They're doing that because they're very confident that means that they can beat the original one.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna make their own. Everybody, you're the only one who still believes in this shit. Everyone's like, nah.
No,
nah,
Netflix.
we can fuck
Netflix
you.
is dead in not in a few years, but at some point
You
Netflix
have
is
you're
dead.
gonna have too much competition,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it's gonna
Netflix is gonna die.
it's gonna be very difficult for them.
I'm
Okay.
I'm really
To be
curious
honest,
to
I
what
don't.
they're
To
going
be
do.
honest, I don't think Netflix. I-
yeah you
no,
you-
no,
you
really.
know it's-
I hate to believe that Netflix is that stupid.
It's not, but why is it stupidity?
It's stupidity, my nigga.
How is it stupidity?
Dude, come on.
You can't read the future. You can't. What are you talking about? You can foresee that other streaming platforms, you're gonna get competition.
Exactly.
If you
if you foresee
If
competition,
you succeed, you're
then
gonna
you-
see there's gonna be competition. But then you had two choices if you're Netflix.
you buy competition.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you
You-
can't
you-
buy Disney, but I mean, you
With
buy.
what money?
Wha-
It is a video store. Is how it's. What is he not following?
It started as a video store, but do you know? Type in, please, Jeff. Type in how much money Netflix has. He doesn't
Now,
understand.
now.
You don't understand how much money Netflix has.
Now they have it now. You're talking about foreseeing. They could do it now. I'm
But
talking about when they started. They couldn't have seen when they started.
Like the second they dropped House of Cards, right?
16 billion annual revenue.
Now.
But when listen,
Now.
when did the season start? What's it called? Game of Thrones season start? No, not Game of Thrones. House of Cards season start.
The first one?
Yeah, the first
See
one.
what his point is. 2013. 2013.
It was already, February 1st,
2013, right? That was literally, they were holding on, like literally, they could have filled after House of Cards, right? The next year, they had enough money, enough people that were on their platform to continue and even grow even bigger, okay? 2 years after, right? They were the biggest streaming site ever, okay? They had billions. We're talking about billions.
Yeah.
So
Also
this
billions of cost, but go ahead.
what?
Also billions of cost, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Of course, but that's on in the long term.
Was it were they profitable?
What?
No.
Were they
They
profitable?
were profitable. They were
At that
profitable.
time? At that time already?
But at that time, after 3
I'm
years,
asking, I
after
don't know.
3 years, yes, after 3 years, they were profitable.
not.
Check it.
They were really losing
They're
money.
they're still.
They were
That's
losing
what I'm.
money.
That's
up
what.
to-
That's
still-
but that's what I'm
but
trying to
their
explain
worth-
to him. Also, it's
what
okay.
I'm trying to
big
say
hit
is
show.
Their
what I'm
worth-
trying
How
to
much-
say.
their worth
Do you
doesn't
know
say
how much
anything.
this woman you're looking at right there on the picture? You know how much she costs every episode?
Money.
It's not the
What I'm
same.
trying to say, what I'm
It's
trying to
expensive.
explain to you guys.
they were not
what I'm trying to
making-
explain. No.
they were
What
not
I'm trying to
making money
explain.
until
What I'm
last
trying to
year.
explain.
Oh,
Wait.
man.
What I'm trying to explain to you guys is
Robin, right? Every
it's not-
episode. No, what type
I'm
of
not
money you're
talking
paying.
about the eventual like the balance sheet. Like, so you have this many costs, and this is how much you like your expenditure is. No, I'm talking about the worth of the company. So if you go on the
Kind of
stock
valuation.
market,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So
Okay,
if
go
you
ahead.
go on the market and you're like, okay, so next year I want to produce 100 movies. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can actually get $1 billion for those
Sure,
100 movies.
sure.
You feel me?
And-
Because I'm
and-
credible.
okay,
Because
yeah.
because this company is potentially.
What is your point?
My point is, they had this 3 years ago.
Okay.
You feel me?
And we're 3 years later,
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
and now we're here.
so I'm
what
saying,
what-
what I'm trying to say
what
then,
is he saying?
what I'm trying to say
He's
then
making the argument himself. That's why I don't deal with it.
so what I'm trying to say is, these 3 years, they could have prepared for this.
You cannot prepare for this.
Don't you get it?
Listen,
You
maybe,
need to.
maybe
you cannot
maybe,
prepare for this.
Maybe we're sitting here talking all type of shit, and maybe they're actually doing really well. I'm just saying, which I don't think they're doing bad at all. The conversation is now that the competition hasn't started
I know.
yet. The
But they're-
competition hasn't started yet. The competition is coming.
It's coming. I know.
Disney
It's
is
coming.
not
what we're
out
saying.
I
yet.
know it's
Apple's not out yet. Amazon
I
is
know.
getting
And
to
it's
it.
not- and it's
They're
not-
still-
Amazon
it's
is not going to do shit. Okay.
Ooh, Amazon is one of.
You don't know who you playing. We're
Amazon
talking
is
about-
one of the most
You better
interesting
watch
ones.
your mouth. You better watch your mouth. You don't
Amazon
know
is really.
who you fucking with.
Yeah,
That's where I put my money on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Number
not going
one.
to happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, you kid. You
not
kid.
Amazon is the most
Okay.
interesting of the bunch.
not gonna
Bezos.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, you don't know who Bezos is.
I know.
Oh,
He lost half of his fortune because of his
Wow.
dumb ass.
Wow.
Because of his dumb ass. He literally had coitus with an FBI, like the wife of an FBI agent.
Listen,
Wow.
listen.
Where?
Hey,
Wow.
listen.
Try to
so wait,
defend
listen.
that. Try to defend that.
No, but hold on. No, I'm gonna defend it. I'm gonna defend it.
Wow. Oh, chill.
Gets passed for that.
No, he doesn't.
Let me explain to you.
Wow.
No, he doesn't.
Let me walk you through it.
Wow.
That's the one place where you get a pass.
Yo,
Women,
this is wild.
women, partners, relationship.
No, I think we need to cut
That's
it
where
off.
you get a pass.
I think we need to cut it off here.
Why?
You don't want to go into that. I need to.
No,
touch-
romantic
no,
partners. Let me rephrase it. No,
I
it's
need-
not what for us. Romantic partners.
Okay.
When it comes to that, that's where you get
Let
a.
him
That's
talk.
where the most intelligent person you've ever seen can still make a mistake.
Okay.
Stupid, but that makes sense. You're fucking with Bezos. You gonna learn today. Did you watch that? Do you watch Patriot Act?
No.
No, you should.
Watch Patriot
Yeah.
Act and watch the episode about Amazon. You don't know who you fuck.
It's-
This
it's
dude gonna
interesting.
fuck everybody
It's
up.
interesting.
You know
What
who
is
you
it about?
talking
What
about.
is it about?
Just how big that
The
fucking company is.
motherfucker is he's trying to compete with Walmart on some casual shit. I don't know what you.
I know
who you
they're
think you're talking
growing.
about.
They're going to be growing next year as well.
Any motherfucker who says, "Yo, okay, so here what I'm gonna do. You're gonna pay this much money every month, right? And then if you want to order something, you can just have whatever you want. I'll bring it over with a drone. that motherfucker is a psychopath. That is, you're not beating that dude. What are you talking about? That is a psychopath. That is a sick man. You're not doing anything. He's gonna fuck everybody up. That's who I put my money on. I'm telling you. That's who I put my money on.
Go ahead, Jeff.
This shit is wild.
Man is gonna start. He's gonna start building grocery stores when he doesn't even need to, just to be cool.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. He's building grocery stores without people in it, so you just walk in and grab what you want.
And you grab what you bought because you order it online, and then you just walk in and grab it.
And then what?
And then when your refrigerator tells you when you need to buy new shit.
He's building that kind of shit.
Yeah, but you go to the store, you get what you bought.
You go to the store.
How do you check? How does the store?
Don't check.
You paid for it already.
Not only that, if you haven't paid for it already, you just walk out and it gets automatically taken off your credit card.
Oh,
if you haven't paid for it, you walk in, you grab it.
Cameras on
they scan your
building.
Okay,
it's like so you can't even steal.
Yeah, okay.
It's wild.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And how are they?
You think he cannot beat Netflix with some?
But he can't. But he can't.
Nah.
I don't know why you have so much faith in this company. You know what your problem is? Let me tell you what your problem is.
Yo.
You and those people.
You love telling us what our problems are. I don't know why.
This is my role in the friendship group.
Right, go ahead.
I'm that guy.
Go ahead.
No, but you know what your thing is?
Apple and Samsung.
You're very conservative. That's what your thing is. You're one of those people when something becomes big, you can't picture it ending. But big mega companies have come and fallen. That has happened. So why is it not possible?
Look at Apple and Samsung.
And where's Nokia?
What?
Where's Nokia?
I'm not talking about Nokia.
Exactly.
Nobody's talking about Nokia.
Thank you. My point was made. I'm done. Next episode.
Where was your point? What was your point?
Yeah.
You're not talking about it.
I'm gonna stop this episode.
I'm not talking about
we're 1 hour 40 minutes in. It's enough.
Because they're not here anymore.
I feel you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But it still exists though. But they're not here. I know.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Anyway,
I killed it with
everybody.
that.
No, you didn't.
I killed that shit.
No, you really.
I killed that shit.
Like you were done after Bezos. Like you should not have brought up Bezos. You had a strong point before Bezos.
What are you talking about?
We are the 300 men.
You're talking about one of the most powerful companies, one of the most powerful people in the world.
Exactly.
I'm done.
So how is that not the argument?
His ass could not deal with an FBI. His ass could not deal with an FBI agent. Explain to me how you're the most powerful guy in the world and you can't deal with an FBI agent.
Explain to me how the man lost half his money. He's still the richest man in the world.
But he's not.
That shit is wild.
But he's not the richest man in the world anymore.
He's not?
No, he's not.
What is he, number 2?
Maybe 3. Type it in. Type it in.
Give him 2 years. Give him 2 years. What are you talking about? He's so rich. His wife is one of the richest women. I think she's the richest woman in the world now.
Yeah. Let's see. You see?
But like today, is it
Jeff Bezos?
Is it today?
Which one is this?
Today. Is it today?
June 20.
This was not after.
When did the divorce go through?
When did the divorce? When does he have to pay all this money?
But seriously, the Patriot Act. Watch the episode by Amazon. It's very interesting because then you see how he does business.
It was July. That shit was still old.
No, but listen.
I feel you. No. But
listen,
that would be very interesting.
Because what I read is that he would still be the richest man in the world. That's what I read. But I might be wrong.
But it's not.
What I read is that if it happened, he would still be richer
112. Okay, let's say half. He's not. He won't be. But it would be close to the.
Yeah, he would still be in the top 10.
He would be in the top 10. What is Zuckerberg? No, not top 10.
Like, you're talking about a dude. He loses half his money. He's still richer than his wife. Becomes the richest woman in the world. Yeah. Come on, man. You're fucking with the Don. Stop.
Yeah, it's wild.
This guy. Wow.
Dude, watch how he does business. You know what this dude did? What was that? Watch that episode. This dude is he's a maniac. His fucking employees have to piss in cups because they have to work so hard.
Wow, this shit is wild. You can't
beat this dude is on some other type of shit, man.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So the Patriot Act is about Amazon.
No. They do one episode about Amazon that shows you how they do business.
Okay.
And he's vicious. He's a vicious businessman.
Okay.
Like he's
cutting corners everywhere.
Okay.
He's not like you.
What do you mean?
You are also a sick fuck.
you would definitely make your employees piss in cups. You can't leave the fucking
You can leave
you can't leave the fucking
the factory until you have done a
until
certain
you've
amount.
done your work. And if you haven't, you stay.
Yeah.
And you don't get overtime. And they don't get paid well.
Oh, they don't get paid well either.
No,
And it was what he banged. He's notoriously known for his business model was losing money by making things as cheap as possible constantly. And that's how he beats out his competition. You know what he does now? You have Amazon FBA, so you can go on there and sell your own shit. But you know what they do?
What?
They read all the statistics on how you sell your shit. They look at what you're selling. They go and buy it from China. They start selling it, beat you out.
Yeah. That shit is wild.
You don't know who you're fucking with.
This shit is wild.
Anybody who does that is different. That's a different type of dude
It's
you're
a
dealing
fucking maniac.
I wouldn't play with him. Netflix
Hey.
will have a problem.
Close this, man.
It's just that his focus is not 100% on streaming.
Mm-hmm. But then I know.
That's the only thing you got.
If his focus was 100% on streaming,
As soon as Disney,
I would agree. But it's not.
As soon as Disney puts this shit online,
That's the argument you
he
got.
will focus on that shit. Shit is done. Shit is done.
Yeah, but I believe Disney could potentially, beat Netflix.
For
You know
sure.
what,
No, easy.
To close it out, because I see what you mean. I'm interested to see if Disney can give us that, water cooler talk. That's what you need. If they can create a show, because it's gonna have to be a show, because movies are cool, but for streaming platforms, you need a show to carry
Movies are
it.
the buzz is too
It's
short.
too- exactly. They need to create a show or put out a show that just carries and they have this new shit, right? That the Star Wars Mandalorian, is that a movie?
Yeah, The Mandalorian.
There's a show. Those are all shows. So there we go.
Shows.
Yeah, a Star Wars show coming. Let's see what it does.
Like Star Trek.
No, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
No, I know, but I mean, like a TV
Don't do
show.
that.
Like
No. Yo, stop it. Stop it.
They get very angry.
Yo.
Never mind. Never mind.
Don't start. Don't make that mistake, please.
Yo.
We don't want those problems.
No. It's all good. Star Wars. He's sorry for that.
Oh,
Christ,
God,
man. Yo, this is 3 angry men. Oliver.
Jeffrey.
Duncan.
Follow us everywhere where you can find us. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places. Like, subscribe, do everything you need to. Let us know what you like and what you want to hear us talk about. Thank you for listening.